Hi besties, and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy you are here. Today we are doing something that is so fun, and a lot of you have actually commented this down below and asked me to do something like this, but I didn't quite know how to do it. And full transparency with you, I don't know that I would say I still know exactly what I'm doing, but as you guys know on this channel, I love to learn, I love to grow, and I love to experience with you. So we are going to do just that today. So if you cannot tell by the cutie little totems we have out here, as well as my octopus and my dragon, or the title of the video, we are doing a message from your animal guides, and we're even going to do at the end of today's reading for each pile a book divination with the key to spirit animals. This is an awesome book. It's actually my fiance's, but we're gonna borrow it from her today, and so I'm very excited about this. I think it's going to be so much fun. So let's go ahead and get into before why did I say that? Before we get into it, I wanted to give y'all a reminder that I do now have a Patreon, which I am so excited about. My voice just got so squeaky, I feel like you couldn't hear what I said. I said the word Patreon. Okay, we do have a Patreon now. So you can go down in my description and join my Patreon if you are interested. I have so many of you cuties over there, and I am so incredibly grateful for all of my besties that have already hopped over there. And if you would like to join the Patreon fam, you can. You get early access to all my videos, you get monthly vlogs and bonus spiritual content all the time. So definitely check it out if you are interested. And I just want to give another reminder that private readings as of right now are closed. So if you hear anything other than that, please let your girl know and don't get scammed. Okay, cuties? It is a crazy place right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at your piles. I picked 3 animal totems for you, and this 4th one here just really wanted to be present. I really like them, and they just didn't want to be on a pile, so they're just a general energy for the whole smorgasbord of the reading. Is that what you would call that? I don't know. All right, besties, everything was crooked. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have this gorgeous whale totem here. It is a burnt orange kind of color. This is a stone, but I don't remember exactly what it is. I think it's Mukai, but I could be wrong. It could also be jasper of some kind, but I'm not remembering. So I seriously, I think I got this over 3 years ago. So yes, this is going to be pile number 1, is this cute whale. I'm trying to hold it up as close as I possibly can. It's so adorable. I absolutely love it. And it has a carved out little tail. Also, for each pile, I'm going to go to the key to the key to spirit animals, and I'm going to read the message behind each animal we have today. So that's something to look forward to as well. Pile number 2 is a Labradorite elephant. This is also my fiance's. We don't have to tell her I borrowed all of this, but it's okay. No, I'm just kidding. But this beautiful Labradorite elephant, this is one of my favorite statues or totems we have in our house. It is absolutely gorgeous, and Labradorite is one of my favorite stones, but I don't think either any of it or much of it. So this is a beautiful choice for pile number 2, is this gorgeous Labradorite elephant here. And then pile number 3, I got the whale, the lion, and the ram seriously over 3 years ago. So I don't remember what stone this is either. If you know, please comment, and I will try to pin your comment if I can like fact check it and whatnot. Y'all know the tea, okay? So the third pile is this gorgeous lion here. If my camera would allow. Come on, were the other 3 not focused either? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to stand up and re-show you. This is the lion for pile number 3. It is this gorgeous speckled stone here, and it is just so adorable. I'm going to go back and show piles 2 and 1 again because I don't know if they were in focus or not. So this is pile number 2 with the gorgeous Labradorite elephant here. And then pile number 1 with this whale. Pile number 1 has this whale here that I think is either Mukai or Kambaba Jasper, but I am not for sure. Hi besties, it's Editing Liv from the future. Hi, hope you are well. So I just want to talk to you guys real quick because I feel like this video is all over the place, and I want to just give a disclaimer. Okay, I want to give a disclaimer that this is not going to be your average or like normal or typical. Average is like, oh, not your average Joe, but I didn't mean that. Like, this is not going to be a very typical pick a card reading. So if that's what you were looking for, please go and look at my channel because I have a ton of those videos over there. But I was really gearing and catering this whole reading towards really meeting your animal guides, connecting with them, seeing how they can help you, seeing why they want to help you, why they're reaching out to you, and ways to kind of do so with, yes, additional messages. But I was heavily focusing on our animal guides for this reading. For pile number 1, I also just had the big brain moment and the time to do a explanation of how you can connect with your animal guides, and I'm going to insert that in the intro instead of like refilming it right here for you because I just don't want to refilm that in like full transparency. So I'm going to insert this here. This is how you can connect with any of your animal guides I show you, as well as the unicorns that we're going to talk about. And you can use this now, today, tomorrow, forever, whatever works with you. And this is just one way of doing it. I'm not saying it's the only way or the right way, but it's how I've always done it, and it really works for me. So definitely try it out if it resonates with you, and let me know how you connect with your animal guides. But I just want to let you guys know that this might be a little bit of an interesting reading. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it was really fun to try and learn, and I'm excited to learn more with you. So let me know down below if you guys like this. If you don't, it's cool. I totally understand. And if you want just regular tarot pick cards, head over to my channel. There's a whole playlist, and you can watch them all, okay? Anyways, here's how to connect with your animal guides. Thank you. In general, whenever you're trying to reach out to an animal guide or a spirit guide in general, you want to kind of first protect yourself. My rule of thumb, okay, you don't have to do this, but I definitely recommend it. Protect yourself from any other energies that might be trying to infiltrate, okay? That's a weird word. I didn't mean that, but like invade your space, basically. And once you are protected, you're going to want to take a few deep breaths, just like you would before a meditation or anything like that. And you're just going to quiet your breath, calm your energy, and get grounded. You can get grounded by doing a grounding meditation or a grounding visualization where you see your feet firmly rooted on the earth. And that's just so that if you do travel, if you do go visit some of your animal friends somewhere else, your body is still kind of rooted and grounded, and it's easy to get back to it, okay? But you want to find yourself grounded, and then you are going to ask your animal guide to show themselves to you, and just be super open to what it is. And I want to definitely say, don't put a ton of pressure on yourself about, oh my gosh, it needs to look a certain way or be a certain way or anything like that. You don't need to visualize anything. If you're a visual person, you definitely can if you're wanting to connect to a specific animal, but be open to it. I know a lot of people who do meditations and they don't see animals, they don't see anything, but they hear things, they feel things, they're open to it. So just be open to whatever animal you see, and then from that forth, whether it is a bold animal or a shy animal or a small animal or a big animal, ask them for their guidance and ask them for their help, and then allow that to kind of affect your life in a very positive way, okay? All right, so those are your 3 piles, and I know that there is a lot of dead space here. That is because that's where I'm going to be shuffling, but I will put this card deck here for now so that way it doesn't just look like a bunch of negative space in case that bothers you. But I need space for my hands to do my hand thing, you know what I'm saying? So all right, so those are your 3 piles. If you are new to pick a card, you can pick in a plethora of ways. If you are called to either the whale, the elephant, or the lion totem, you can pick based off of those animals. If you like any of the cards laid here below, you can pick based off of that. If you like the numbers 1, 2, or 3, you can pick based off of that. You can drop down to my description and see if your lucky number is there next to your time code for the pile. Like if pile number 1 was 555 or something like that, then maybe that's your lucky number. So you can drop down below and see if your lucky number is there. And honestly, I just want to get across to you that there is no way of doing this wrong. This is fun, this is high vibrational, and it's just guidance, all right? So be easy on yourself. If you're like, Liv, nothing's calling out to me, just take a few deep breaths, get centered, get focused, and ask your guides what you're really meant to hear. And specifically, if you work with any animal guides, call them in. And if not, we're gonna meet some today, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some time with some meditation music to chill out and vibe out and pick your pile, and I will see you cutie patooties for your pile pick. right, pile number 1 with the whale totem here. The first thing we are going to do for you cuties is we are going to look up what the heckaroonie does whale mean, okay? Because like I said, I don't super know. I really genuinely do not know, but I'm willing to learn, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was talking about. Again, all of the decks I use and the book I use is going to be linked down below for you, all right? So we're going to read the message from the whale, and then at the very end of the reading, at the very end of your pile, I'm also going to do a book divination to see if there's any other animals that would like to work with you, okay? Whale. The whales represent deep wisdom, expansive energy, and attunes us to love. As the largest mammal on Earth, whales teaching is vast. Traveling the world's oceans, whales' many species are unique and majestic, from spiral-tusked narwhals to Arctic white belugas, and to the immense blue whale over 100 feet long. Holding expansive knowledge and ancient memories, whales are the record keeper of Earth's wisdom. Possessing strong fins and powerful tails, they can both dive deep and lean upward towards the sky. Sometimes seen as representatives of distant stars or intermediaries between Earth and other planets, whales link realms. Inspiring us with their size, power, and grace and beauty, whales help us to dream big. Journey with whale to explore inner worlds, open up to larger energies, and connect with other dimensional realities. Extremely intelligent with a range of emotions, whales travel far and wide. Their good hearing and powerful lungs allow them to communicate with underwater sounds that can be heard for miles. Using special sound frequencies to heal and enlighten, Spirit of Whale attunes us to deeper vibrations, helping us to love ourselves and resonate with the heartbeat of the universe. Are you up for a very special adventure? Long known as an immersionary to distant galaxies, Whale offers a journey to realms unknown that may far exceed your capacity to imagine. Just as whales can help you deepen in awareness, this wise animal can help you open to cosmic consciousness as well. If you're ready, Whale offers one wild ride that is out of this world. Oh my goodness. Deep energy, deep wisdom, expansive energy, and attunes us to love. So the whale spirit animal is great to connect with or to tune into if you have any of those questions. If you want to learn more about astral traveling, if you want to connect and travel to different realms or experience different things, go deeper within yourself to learn about the ancient knowledge that you hold. Like it said, whales hold the wisdom of the earth. So if you want to kind of tap into Akashic records or anything like that, whale spirit animal would be a great one to connect to, okay? So the very first deck we are using is the Magic of Unicorns Oracle cards. Again, everything is going to be linked down below in my description if you are interested. Now, the reason I'm choosing this one is because unicorns are an incredibly powerful spiritual animal guide. So unicorns have one of the highest frequencies of spiritual guides, which is similar to dragons, and it is an incredibly high vibrational frequency of pure unconditional love. So if you would like any extra guidance, if you would like any extra help, unicorns are an awesome guide to reach out to. And I'm going to teach you real quick how to kind of connect with your guides. I'm going to go very, very quickly because I know you're here for the pick a card, okay? But whether you're wanting to connect with your whale spirit guide or whether you're wanting to reach out to your unicorn spirit guide in general, whenever you're trying to reach out to an animal guide or a spirit guide in general, you want to kind of first protect yourself. My rule of thumb, okay, you don't have to do this, but I definitely recommend it. Protect yourself from any other energies that might be trying to infiltrate, okay? That's a weird word. I didn't mean that, but like invade your space basically. And once you are protected, you're going to want to take a few deep breaths just like you would before a meditation or anything like that. And you're just going to quiet your breath, calm your energy, and get grounded. You can get grounded by doing a grounding meditation or a grounding visualization where you see your feet firmly rooted on the earth. And that's just so that if you do travel, if you do go visit some of your animal friends somewhere else, your body is still kind of rooted and grounded and it's easy to get back to it, okay? But you want to find yourself grounded, and then you are going to ask your animal guide to show themselves to you. And just be super open to what it is. And I want to definitely say, don't put a ton of pressure on yourself about, oh my gosh, it needs to look a certain way or be a certain way or anything like that. You don't need to visualize anything. If you're a visual person, you definitely can if you're wanting to connect to a specific animal, but be open to it. I know a lot of people who do meditations and they don't see animals, they don't see anything, but they hear things, they feel things, they're open to it. So just be open to whatever animal you see, and then from that forth, whether it is a bold animal or a shy animal or a small animal or a big animal, ask them for their guidance and ask them for their help, and then allow that to kind of affect your life in a very positive way, okay? So long-winded tangent over, let's go ahead and hop into it. So the first card you got here is create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing, okay? I wasn't really setting any specific intention like career or relationships or anything. When it came to this reading, I really just wanted us to fully connect with our animal guides for this one. So I'm just going with a general message, all right? So what I'm doing with the unicorn cards are giving you a message from your specific personal unicorn. And again, if you would like to reach out to them, I was just kind of showing you how and things like that, okay? But create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. Bestie, what is it? What is going on? I feel like there is something going on in your life that you are craving, you are desiring. There is something you want to do. And I feel like you are holding yourself back for some reason. Maybe it's because of the opinions of others or what you're afraid someone is going to say to you if you do X, Y, and Z, or if you make this choice, or if you cut your hair, or if you leave school to go pursue your dreams, or whatever it looks like. Good of all harm to none, as you know. But I really do feel like you are being called to do something that just brings you passion. It brings you alive. And I think you know what it is. I feel this knowing of just like almost like a lot of fear. Okay, I'm feeling a lot of fearful energy around, oh my gosh, why is she talking about this? I'm not trying to deal with this right now, or whatever. And maybe it's dating someone who is new to you or exciting, or maybe it is starting that job finally. Maybe it is leaving that job or that relationship that is not serving you, or maybe it's pursuing your passion for the first time in your life, really truly pursuing it. And again, people are going to say what they are going to say, period. Okay, your family is going to react how they're going to react. Your significant others are going to react how they're going to react. And again, it has nothing to do with you. I know it's like the craziest thing in the world to be like, Liv, what do you mean? It has nothing to do with me. They're talking to me. They're talking about me. But in all genuinity, in all seriousness, how people respond and what they say truly, truly, truly does not have anything to do with you. And I know that that is annoying. I know that that is frustrating. And you're like, okay, whatever. All right, but I'm so serious. Like, I'm so serious. And you not going after your dreams in order to appease your family member or to appease somebody else because it's what they say you should do, it's not going to make it any better, all right? Because they're still going to feel their feelings, they're still going to react, okay? So this is the card, this is the energy to really tap into your fullest potential. And that makes so much sense because the whale card is about going on a journey, right? Going within and going on a journey. And this could be a literal journey for you. Amazing. If you're wanting to travel, if you're wanting to move, if you're wanting to shift, grow, change, it could be a literal journey, but this can also be a journey inward, a journey of going within and looking at who you truly are and what it is you truly want to do. And you are being nudged forward in this instance to be like, okay, go, 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 go. Okay, like we're ready for you to go after your dreams. And your guides, your animal guides here are heavily encouraging you of that, all right? And then we got another 3 here. So you got 3, 3, 3. 1 and 6 make 7, and you got another 7 over here. Synchronicities. Okay, I went like this, but I can only snap with this hand. So synchronicities, yes please. 7, 7 and 3, 3, 3. Hello, okay? So cosmic sapphire, act with honor and integrity. Speak your freaking truth. I'm going back to what I was saying with create your vision. When you are following your dreams, when you are following your passions, when you are going towards what actually brings you joy, people are going to say their opinions, okay? But you speaking with honor and you speaking with your integrity and keeping your truth, honestly, bestie, you're doing you, okay? And like I said, how they respond is how they respond. If they're upset, they're upset. If they're happy, they're happy. We can't control that. As much as we like to think that we can control the outcome of a situation when it affects another person, we definitely cannot. Like, I've talked to so many people, and I was even like this too, where if I had to break up with someone, whether it was a friend or a relationship, I'd be like, let me do this in the sweetest way possible as to not hurt their feelings. Love that for you, okay? Please be a kind person, but please understand that their feelings are going to be their feelings regardless of how nice you put something or how nice you say something. Their feelings are still going to be their feelings. So if someone is judging you for leaving your job and pursuing your passion, that's their feelings and that's what they're going to feel. But it doesn't mean that you have to take that on as your own burden, okay? Speak your truth. Open up your freaking heart chakra, okay? Yes, please. Speak your freaking truth. You are ready to embrace all that life has to offer. You're ready to open your throat. I said heart. I meant throat. Did I say heart? I don't even know. You're meant to open your throat chakra and speak up, baby. Speak your truth. Speak it with confidence. Speak it with knowing. I feel like you are being called to make this choice. And when you make this choice, it's going to be like not a definitive choice, because I don't think anything is definitive in lifetime, but I do feel like it's going to be a like boom, boom choice. Like, or maybe you already made one and you're struggling with the holy crap, it's boom, boom. And what I mean by that is I'm basically saying definitive without saying definitive. And I don't think that anything is definitive in life, but I feel like this is a decision that pushed you to a point where you're like, okay, no turning back kind of thing. And again, you can always turn back. You can always change your mind. Of course. Okay, of course. But I feel like your guides are pushing you to not turn back and to keep going and keep going forward. And that is going to require you to speak your truth. And a loud message I'm getting right now is to not only speak your truth with yourself, with others, like, yes, please speak your truth, speak your knowing, obviously kindly and strongly, but not rudely. But speaking your truth, a loud message I'm getting is to yourself. Be honest with yourself, okay? Be honest with yourself. Go within, like we were talking about here with the whale card and the creating your vision. Go within, look inward and say, okay, what am I not seeing? And speak your truth to yourself. Say exactly what it is you want out of this life. Say exactly what it is you desire, and then create that into reality, all right? That's a loud message for you right now, is be honest with yourself. It is so hard sometimes to be honest with ourselves. It's hard to show up for ourselves. It's hard to commit to ourselves. And it's hard to be honest because sometimes when we're honest with ourselves, a lot of fear sets in of, oh my gosh, now I can fail. I said it out loud. Now it's real. Like, okay, bestie, whatever, all right? You are ready to embrace all that your heart desires. Oh my God, I just noticed this. Why did this take me so long? So this is the bottom of your deck energy, and it literally says, listen to your heart. What? Listen to your heart. Okay, listen to your freaking heart and your soul. It is literally yearning, soul healing. Oh my God, everything's just coming to my brain at once. I'm so sorry. Okay. Speak truthfully to yourself and be honest about what it is you want out of this lifetime. Be honest about what it is you are desiring, and then go after that. Again, good of all harm to none, but go after what it is you are looking forward to. What would make you want to get up in the morning? All right, find that. What would make you happy about living day to day? Find that, pursue that, enjoy that, all right? I say this all the time, but I still feel it's true. We were not put on this earth to just wake up, go to work a job that we don't love, and pay the bills, okay? We have more to life than that. There is so much more to living than just going to work at a job that we don't love and then coming home and paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much more to that. And if you're not wanting to quit your job or anything, just definitely on your outer times, like outside of work, really pursue your happiness, okay? Soul healing, align with your essence and see your true colors. This goes hand in hand with the create your vision card, because this is asking you to really, again, go within. Heavy message with the whale here. Go within and align with your true essence. Your true essence knows what your vision is. Your true essence knows what your heart sings. Maybe doing some inner child work and definitely tuning into that as well. Like, your inner child knows what it is you are desiring. Your inner child knows what it is you are looking for. Your pure soul knows what you came to this earth to learn, to accomplish, to do, to enjoy, to indulge in, whatever. And so connect with that energy, align with your true core. And I really do feel like when you are aligned, your vision will become clear. Your vision will become incredibly loud for you, and it'll be blaringly obvious what it is you're wanting to go after. Again, unicorns are incredibly high vibrational frequency. So if you need assistance tapping into your true self, breaking through this fear, breaking through this barrier, ask your unicorns for help, okay? I am feeling a ton of pain in my lower back right now, and I know that that is not mine, bestie. So if you are feeling fearful, if you are feeling anxious, if you are holding on to pain of any kind, let's release it, okay? I'm definitely tuning into somebody, so I'm just going to do this on camera. If this is not resonating with you, ignore it, all right? But we're going to take 3 deep breaths real quick. And release. And when you take that deep breath out, really visualize this fear fading away, okay? Breathing in the love, the harmony, and breathing out the hurt to the fear. It does not belong here. All right, one more in. And release. Okay, let go of that fear, bestie. You've got this. And again, it's normal to be afraid. If you are feeling fearful, that's okay. Just acknowledge it, address it, and move forward, because you are being called to really pursue what your soul wants to do. So what is that? All right, what is it? And then go after and chase that. Listen to your freaking heart. That's what I've been saying, okay? Listen to your heart. Tune into your infinite. Tune in to the infinite and awaken your psychic abilities. The whale was heavily about inner ancient wisdom, as well as like astral traveling or astral projecting. So if that is something you are curious about, tune in and tap into that, because that might be a heavy message for you right there. If you are someone who has been like, you know what, I want to deepen my spiritual practice, I want to deepen my spiritual journey, maybe I want to have a faith-based career, I don't like that word, maybe I want to have a spiritual based career, or whatever it looks like, definitely tune in and tap into that. And definitely, if that resonates with you, go after it, okay? Go after it, especially if it's something that has to do with psychic abilities, with inner wisdom, ancient wisdom, Akashic records, astral traveling, astral projection, Reiki, distant Reiki healing, whatever it looks like, you have the potential with the whale and all your unicorn messages here to really pursue the vast knowledge of not just this earth, but of the universe. So if that is something you are interested in, pursue it, baby. Okay, pursue that energy and chase after it. But if that's not resonating with you, that's okay. I would like to point out that with this card here, there is a snake underneath it. All the animals just popped up. There is a snake on this tree back here as well. So snake might be another spiritual animal for you, another spirit guide, if you will, another animal guide right on the tree underneath the star. So that might be another spiritual animal guide for you to tune into as well, okay? But if you are not wanting to do any of the traveling or anything like that, and you're like, Liv, whoa, I just came here to talk to my animals, okay, that's totally fine. This is a way that you can connect with your animals, is through psychic abilities. It's not the only way. You do not have to be psychic in order to communicate with animals, but it is just a reminding you to tune into your spiritual side, all right? These animals are here to connect with you, to help you grow. The reason our spirit guides come is to help us, right? They're not here to punish us. Regardless of what religion says, okay? They are not here to punish us or to smite us or to get mad at us for what we are doing. They are here to encourage you and to help you grow. They want to push us out of our comfort zone so we learn, we grow, we expand, we enjoy life in all of its fullest potential. And a way that we can kind of do that is by connecting with our spiritual self and being more open to our spiritual guides as well. So listening to your heart, again, it definitely resonates with everything we were talking about, tuning into what it is you truly desire, doing some inner child healing, doing some inner child work, and seeing, okay, what is it that I need to see and why am I not seeing it? But a loud message here as well is just definitely tuning into the abilities that you have to fully connect with your psychic abilities and fully connect with your animals. And it's not as far off as you may think, okay? The next deck I am using for you, and I'm sorry if this reading like doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't super know what I'm doing. I've never, ever done an animal guide connection video before or an animal guide message. I just really thought it'd be fun. And a couple of you asked me for that and I wanted to deliver, but again, it's a learning process, okay? So then the next cards I'm going to use for you are the Divine Animals Oracle cards. For this, I am setting the intention that any animals that would like to work with pile number 1 listeners, any spiritual animals, any spiritual guides, please show themselves. And if you have a message along the way, we'd love to hear it. But this is a way for us to kind of introduce you, pile number 1, to some animal companions who would like to work with you, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Oh, right off the bat, we got a fun one, okay? All right. Polar bear. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Okay, let's see who else would like to work with pile number 1. We got a flyer over there. Pile number 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys have a ton. Orcas. Orcas are my spiritual animal, just so y'all know. Pile number 1. Don't tell people that, okay? It's personal. But you also got beaver. Of course, another 3 here. And you got the swan card. Yes. And the last card you got here is seahorse, number 14. All right, we are going to tune into the message, like I said, but that was mostly also if you wanted to look at any other animals that would like to work with you. Of course, are you freaking kidding me? Bottom of the deck energy, you got the snake. What were we just saying? Okay, you got the freaking snake. What were we just saying? I literally only said that because of the snake that showed up here. And you know what's so funny? These snakes are literally wrapped around something so, like, it's so similar. The way that this snake is wrapped around the tree on this card, I hope you guys can see it. I hope it's focusing. And then the way that the snake is wrapped here. What the heck, cuties? What the freaking heck? Okay, so let's go ahead and tune in and tap into that. Polar bear, ancestors, yes please. Also, if we're looking at numerology, y'all know I don't know much about it, but you got 2 and 6, which equals 8, 3, which equals 3, 7 and 2 equals 9, 2 and equals 2, and 14 equals 5. So those numbers also resonate with you, especially number 3. And then you got 43 here, also equals 7. So you got 7, 7, 7, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then a bunch of other other fun numbers, okay? So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. I'm just going to put the snake card here for now because you know, your girl loves chaos and I don't know how else to do it at the moment. What I'm going to do for this portion of the reading is it did come with the book, and in the book it actually talks about the magic behind the animals. So I'm going to deliver the message, but since this was a heavily focused animal reading, we're going to heavily tune into what the polar bear is here to tell you. I know this is not your typical pick a card. I know that this is probably not for everybody, but I hope those who want to hear it are really tuning in, okay? Polar bear ancestors. You are the carrier of a bloodline that stretches back for millennia, but you are uniquely your own self, okay? Ancestors, like, I feel like it is such a hard thing because I feel like when we learn about ancestors, we get this energy of like, oh my gosh, I need to do what they do, be what they are, etc. But I'm going to use the Avatar The Last Airbender, okay? Just for an example. There were so many avatars before Aang. We're going to go Airbender, not Korra, okay? So we're looking at Avatar The Last Airbender right now, right? There were so many avatars before Aang even came into the picture, but they were all so completely different. Like, none of them were the same. None of them had the same personalities. None of them had the same energy. They just had the same gifts, and they had to learn how to be the avatar on their own. And that is exactly like you, all right? I feel like you are incredibly connected to your ancestors, and if you're not, you're being called to do so, just like the whale going deep within, going back to ancient wisdom, okay? Ancient wisdom lies with ancestors, and so you might be heavily called to look into ancestors, to work with ancestors and things like that. But please remember that when you learn about them, when you experience them, when you learn the knowledge that they have, you can take their knowledge and understand that it is something to be learned, and it is so beautiful, but it does not mean that you have to become them, because just like Aang, I hope you guys know the show I'm talking about. If not, please follow. Okay, I'm trying to make it make sense regardless. But just like Aang and Avatar The Last Airbender, he was able to consume the knowledge of the avatars that came before him while still being his incredibly unique self, while still learning the way he likes to do things, the way he likes to control things, the way he likes to do certain things, just like you, okay? Take their knowledge, take their wisdom, and embody that shit, okay? Embody that energy, listen to it, consume it. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, but you're unique. How you go about your day-to-day life is not going to be the same as your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, all right? It's just simply not, because you are not her, you are not them, you are you, and you are uniquely owned in your own personal self. So acknowledge your ancestors, appreciate your ancestors, absorb their wisdom, but don't try to become them, because you are so wonderfully unique on your own as you are, okay? Period. This is also a heavy card about breaking family dysfunctional cycles. Love to freaking see it, all right? These, again, a polar bear is a guy that might want to work with you. Like I said in the beginning, if you want to work with polar bear, do the meditation, not make a meditation, but do like a little breathing exercise and ask them to kind of come into your life, because polar bears are incredibly strong. It makes me so sad. Off topic, I'm sorry, but global warming, guys, we got to work on that, because I'll be so sad if the generation below us does not ever get to see a polar bear. Like, that'll just destroy me. So we gotta not, okay? But polar bears are so incredibly strong, but this card heavily also represents breaking dysfunctional family cycles, breaking dysfunctional family patterns, all right? So if you look back on your family and you're just like, dang, there is clearly a cycle that we are all not addressing, work on that, bestie. You are called to being the cycle breaker. Not an easy job, but a wonderful one, and doing so helps not only you, but those that come after you as well, all right? So let's go ahead and look at the polar bear magical goodness, okay? Polar bear magic is ancient, powerful, and profound. Should you wish to heal trauma of any kind, call upon this bear's energy to assist you. Working to address ancestral pain or shame passed down from our generation to the next can benefit from polar bear energy. Bear prints in snow, black eyes in white snow, and a standing bear who could be a man. That is symbolism. Okay, I don't know what that means. All right, polar bear magic, it's ancient, it's powerful. If you are wanting to heal from trauma, bestie, if you are wanting to heal from not only trauma from your family, but trauma from any kind, definitely look into that. But I'm going to be honest with you, you also got the songlines card here, and I only know this card because I'm obsessed with this card. This card, oh my God, why did I not even realize this? This card is also about ancestors, okay? The songline card is all about ancestors. It literally says you are walking in the bloodline of your ancestors, but you are an individual who makes your own destiny. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is so powerful. Who am I tuning into? Whales, ancient wisdom, polar bear, and orca. Oh my goodness, ancestors. Okay, so if you are called to work with ancestors, but you're like, I don't want to work with them. I'm not proud of my family. I'm not proud of where I came from, or what I engaged in, or my family engaged in. I totally understand that. But again, you can learn from them. You can learn who they are without becoming who they are. Let's be honest, okay? I'm going to say something kind of maybe offensive, so plug your ears if you don't want to hear it. But I am a white person, okay? And my ancestor passed. I mean, technically I'm Brazilian, but we don't have to get into that. I am half white, okay? So my paternal side of my family, our history is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. What we've done to people is terrible. I don't even want to know it, okay? Because I don't personally believe in that and support that. I don't want to know how they treated people of color. I don't want to know how they treated, LGBTQ people, being one myself, all right? There's horrible history there. It's dark. It's scary. I don't even want to learn about it. I think I'm just addressing a block right now. Sorry, besties. But I don't want to learn about that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to look into it. But again, you can learn other parts of their wisdom and honestly understanding that what they did was not okay without becoming them. You don't have to become them. It doesn't mean you're going to, excuse their behavior, but you're also not becoming who they were. You have the ability to look at who they were and understand that you do not have to be that way. Okay, and again, songlines go again with breaking ancestral patterns and breaking ancestral cycles. So if that has to do with something you were asking about, my babies, if that has to do with something you are interested in, please understand that you have the ability to break free. You have the ability to not live in this cycle that is not serving you, not live in this energy that is not serving you. My watch just lit up and it's 2:22. Okay, it is literally 2:22 p.m. in the year of 2022. This is timeless, cuties, but whenever you see this, holy cow, okay, holy cow. If you are wanting to break an ancestral pattern, if you are wanting to break, and maybe you're like, Liv, it's not an ancestral pattern, it's just my dad and my grandpa. Baby, that's an ancestral pattern, okay? Or maybe it's just my dad and my sister, whoever. It's still an ancestral pattern, all right? If you see a repeating behavior in your family, that's where the cycle starts, but it ends with you, and you can end it today. And what I mean by that, if you're like, I don't know how to do that, literally going back to our core, following your vision and following your dream and speaking your truth will probably help end this family cycle, okay? And again, I'm not saying literal end. No one's dying. It's not like that, but it's about ending this cycle of negative behavior that's not serving us. And it is so incredibly powerful to be a cycle breaker because, like I said, you're helping you, but you're also helping the rest of your people in your family and the generations that come below you. So again, not a fun job, but an incredibly worthy job, okay? It's absolutely a really incredible job to have. It's just not the most fun, but you really are being called to break the cycles that don't serve you and break the cycles that have been going on for generations that really don't serve you, nor do they bless you. You don't have to live in that anymore. If it is, I have to go to college because that's where my worth come from, but you don't actually want to do that, ixnay, okay? If it is, I have to judge these people because my family judges these people. What? No, you do not, okay? If it is being mean to certain people because your family is, no. If it is only marrying certain people because your family says so, no, okay? Like literally breaking the cycles that do not serve you. So let's go ahead and read about orca magic. If you guys do not know, orcas are by far my favorite animal, and I'm so excited to hear about it. Orca magic can be raised by singing your own song. Oh my God, you literally got the following your vision and so healing. I cannot. Okay, singing it by the sea. It is a feminine magic, yes, that can be used to help heal breaches in family relationships. What the Okay, Olivia, calm down. Orca magic is also one that asks for self-care and nourishment. I mean, that is very obvious from our unicorn cards there. If you are feeling weak in your physical body or mind, especially with issues of vitality or endurance, the power of the orca can be called upon as an ally. Yes. Okay, if you are wanting to heal physical, emotional, or family trauma, this is a great animal to call upon. Also, are we not going to talk about the fact that orca is a freaking whale? I don't know where my brain was at, but I just completely disregarded that. And it's literally a whale. What? Pile number 2. What? Okay, that is so powerful. All right, let's keep going. heavy ancestral healing right now, besties. Heavy ancestral healing. Let's go ahead and tune into number 27, Beaver with work. I know that I was heavily talking about jobs in the beginning, and you may have been like, Liv, why are you doing that? And I could have been like, bestie, don't know. It's what I'm tuning into. This is a confirmation as to why. The work and the Beaver card heavily represent your career, your success, so to speak, and the energy you put towards your job, your finances, etc. And that is a loud message here with the work and the Beaver card. The work and the Beaver card represents that it's so beautiful to finally find a job that you love and a job that you enjoy, but again, it comes with work-life balance. So going back to our unicorn cards, when you follow your soul's purpose, which you're being called to do, when you follow your passions, which you're being called to do, still finding a healthy balance, because even when we're doing something that we love so much, it can still be really, really easy to get overwhelmed or caught up in that and neglect other parts of our lives that we really shouldn't neglect, like our mental health, our spiritual health, our physical health, and emotional well-being. All right. So if you are currently working a job you do not love and you're not wanting a shift and you just clicked on this video for happenstance, totally fine. Okay. But if you are in that position, when you are out of work, really prioritizing what brings you joy and still finding a work-life balance if you are struggling with that now in the day-to-day, really prioritizing your work-life balance. And what I mean by that is, if you work a typical 9-to-5 job, don't come home and continue working. Okay. Clock out when you clock out, leave work at work. And when you get home, de-stress, de-stress, cleanse, whatever you need to do, declutter your mind, etc. And then prioritize yourself and put yourself in the energy of being at home. It's something that is such a simple thing, but a really hard thing to remember to do. And if you are someone that is pursuing your dream job, your dream passion, going after your vision like the unicorn cards have been suggesting, and you're ready to do that, or you already have started doing that, please still remember that work-life balance is a huge necessity. Even if you love your job so much, even if it's the best thing in the world, there still needs to be balance. I've talked about this 1,000,001 times, so you're probably tired of hearing me talk about it. But as you guys know, this is my full-time job right now. Okay, we are pursuing that self-employment journey. Okay, we are pushing on that track. It is definitely a trek, but one I'm happy to be climbing on. All right. And so what I'm trying to get at is that I love this job. I love this job. I love connecting with you and working with you, but I had to find work-life balance, and I'm still trying to find it because I work from home and I do something I love. So the typical thing I used to love to do was work until 10 p.m. at night. And you know what happened? I neglected my fiance, and she felt really neglected by me in our relationship, which she reasonably felt, because I literally was neglecting her. I was also neglecting myself. I was neglecting my own energy. I was neglecting my nourishment. I was neglecting my friends and my family and the people I loved the most in this world, because I was doing something that brought me so much joy. That's probably going to happen when you first start, and that's okay, but please prioritize work-life balance. If you work from home, especially, set work hours. All right, set hours where you do not work. It does not matter. You do not work. You do not answer phone calls or read emails. No, that is your time with your loved ones, or that is your time with yourself or your animals. Okay, my animals are like my children, so that could be your time with them. Whatever it looks like, prioritize that energy and understand that work-life balance is not a bad thing. Taking time off does not equal weakness. It does not equal laziness. And just because you're not working 24/7, it does not mean you're lazy. It does not mean you're not worthy. It is actually so healthy and so beneficial. And if you are very business oriented, then just remember that the more time you take off and rest and nourish your body, the more energy you can give to your job. All right. Because if you're working 24/7, bestie, you can only give it like 10%. But if you're working like a few hours a day, finding that healthy work-life balance, spending time with your loved ones or with yourself and with your animals, bestie, you can give your job like a whole lot more, and it'll be even more well-performing. Okay, so just remember that if you are some of my business-oriented folks out there, because I'm not trying to hate on you for that at all, but just finding that balance. Okay. The magic. When you find it hard to motivate yourself, or when things are not working out with your career or work situation, Beaver energy can help. When you need help finishing a physical project or attracting good craftspeople, call upon Beaver magic to assist. Okay, so this is for my cuties that have been wanting to leave their job but haven't known how, or my cuties who are just about to start their new business, or just about to follow their dreams, or just about to pursue their passions, or just about to leave a job that doesn't serve them to find one that does, or just about to go blow up in your business, or just about to really maybe do something or start something that brings you alive for the first time in a long time. And it can be scary. It can be so hard to motivate yourself. And let's be honest, Mel Robbins always talks about motivation is garbage. And I know that could be controversial, but I think it's so funny and I think it's so true. Because like Mel Robbins says, motivation is garbage because it's not going to be there when you need it to be there. It never is. We feel motivated at 10 p.m. at night, but then at 7 a.m. the next day when it's actually time for us to get up and go to work, we're unmotivated. We don't have the energy to do what it is we need to do. And so that's why motivation isn't really the thing you need. You need to commit to yourself and you need to be honest with yourself. But in the term of being quote unquote unmotivated, a lot of times that stems from a sense of fear, right? A lot of times we lose our motivation because if we do it, if we commit to it, there is now failure. That is an option, all right? But not in my page, not in this community here. As you guys know, I don't believe in failure unless we don't try. I believe in either trying and succeeding or trying and learning and then continuing to succeed, okay? But I really understand that, like for me personally, when I am struggling to start that new project or commit to something, it is because I am so freaking afraid of failure. Like I am so scared of, well, what if I commit to this and it flops? What if I commit to doing this and no one watches it? What if I commit to doing this and everyone hates it and my parents judge me, or whatever it looks like for you, okay? But understanding that it is okay to try and not become instantly successful, because you either try and you do get that quote unquote success you're searching for, or you try and you learn and you pick yourself back again, okay? Pull a Tom Haverford, pick yourself up by your bootstraps and keep going, keep trekking, okay? But if you are looking for help with motivation, if you are looking for help being like, hey, I need to do this, I need to get over my fear and commit, call on the beaver and they will help you, all right? The next card you got is Beauty with Swan. This represents that there is beauty literally all around you, but we have to choose to observe it. The natural world provides so much beauty wherever you go. The oceans, there's a lot of watery energy here, especially with the whale. The oceans, the natural life, the woods, the wilderness, everywhere around you, there is beauty. There is so much beauty to see, but we have to look for it. But remember that beauty is subjective. It's highly subjective. This says to love yourself first and know yourself. Look for the beauty in a situation and ask, and all your questions will be answered, okay? Talking about beauty being subjective, I'm getting this image of the show Wizards of Waverly Place, and I think the title of it was called Beauty is in the Eye of the Beholder, all right? And the heavy message of this card is that what you think is beautiful, someone else might not think is beautiful, and what they think is beautiful, you might not. So don't put so much emphasis around this term of beauty or wanting to become the most beautiful person that there is, because again, beauty is subjective. Beauty is always subjective. And what another message I'm being told to tell you there is that this is so important to focus on your inner self, focus on your inner being. And now I am not one to shame wanting to look good on the outside, because I think that our outside is a very physical representation of our soul and our energy and our nourishment. And so I think it's very normal to want to look good and to want to do those things. But just understanding that whatever society's idea of beauty is, it does not mean that that is the one way or the right way, okay? Very different message from what we've been talking about, but we're gonna roll with it because the whale is beautiful. And the whale also reminded us to talk about deep love within, and that is what the Beauty and the Swan card is here representing you, okay? As you can see on this card, the woman is quite literally blindfolded. We have very similar hair, love that for her. The woman on this card is blindfolded. She is blindfolded, and this is showing you that again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. She's completely blinded, but she is seeing so much beauty everywhere around her. I know that there is a mythos to this, but this was just the energy I was picking up on the card. There is beauty everywhere around her. She can see it without having to literally see it, because again, it's objective. It is subjective, objective. It is very much in the eye of the beholder kind of energy. So again, focusing on yourself, focusing on loving yourself. And again, if loving yourself is like, Liv, I don't have the energy to love myself, then start to like yourself. Body neutrality, person neutrality, become neutral with yourself and understanding that you deserve to be loved. You deserve to feel that energy. You deserve to feel love within yourself, and you deserve to experience love and light in this world, right? I just went on a walk this morning, and if you choose to, like it said, beauty is all around you. So start to embrace that and embody that and walk and just think about how freaking awesome the world truly is and how gorgeous Gaia is when we allow ourselves to see it. I went on a walk this morning and I walked by a body of water and I just was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Like, it is just absolutely stunning. And it's so beautiful if you choose to see it. Look up at the clouds, embrace the sky, look up at the trees and see the nests in there and connect with that energy. Look look at the cute squirrels that are running around your yard, okay? Embrace that energy, or the lizards or the fish or the swans. Really embody this energy of understanding that if you want to see beauty, it's there. If you want to choose that beauty and that happiness, it's always there, all right? Let's go ahead and look at the magic here. Swan's magic is pure and graceful. It's perfect to use for love workings and also when you wish to find more beauty in our world. Everyone could do with a bit more beauty in their lives, okay? Absolutely beautiful. All right, the next card you got is Seahorse Equality. I think that this is very interesting. I'm going to read this for you. Seek equality in relationships, in particular intimate ones. You will attract what you resonate. You can decide your future. Hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy. It is time to ensure that the domestic and emotional labor in your world is shared equally. I think this is so interesting because with the Swan card and with all the healing of ancestral trauma and whatnot, okay, this is a heavy message of finding equality and balance in your life, just like the Beaver card. Finding equality and balance, finding equality in your relationships specifically, and in particular, your intimate relationships with your loved ones, with your significant partners, with your, your buddies that are in love, okay? Whatever it looks like for you. Finding equality in those because that'll bring you more happiness, that'll bring you more contentment. And again, really understanding that hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy. Hiding from what scares us is rarely a good strategy. You know what I'm saying? If you're like out in the wilderness and you feel really uneasy, okay, hide, run away, totally fine. But I'm saying like if it is an energetic fear, face it down and see, why is this scaring me? What am I afraid of? And then looking at it head on. If it's reasonable, totally fine, stick with it, bestie. But if it's not, really address that and understand that and be like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is something I'm ready to let go of. Maybe this is something I'm ready to release. If you are in a, I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. If you're in a same-sex relationship, it's even harder to navigate, what is the, way of being equal, especially in society's point of view, especially in society's eyes. So if you're struggling with that, understand that equality is what equality is to you and your partner. And communicating that is very important and very, very, very key to your relationship, okay? My partner and I have a big equality thing going on in our relationship. We always have. But being a same-sex couple, it can be really hard. People, who wears the pants in the relationship? Who's the dude in the relationship? We're getting married, and people have asked us, who's the groom in the relationship? All right? No one. It's equal. We are equal partners in an equal relationship. And I think that is very much where healthy relationships do stem from, in my personal opinion, okay? The last card you have here is Snake, which is all about creation and shedding your old skin, okay? Snake and snake. Snakes are all about shedding your old skin and shedding an old, almost version of yourself to become something new, to become something brighter. Creation is your birthright. You deserve to be creative. Going back to our unicorn card over there, you deserve to be creative and really enjoy and embody all that life has to offer. I know it can be fearful of trying. It can be fearful, right? It can be fearful to try something new. It can be fearful to embrace our heart's fullest desires. It can be fearful to say yes. It can be freaking scary, but you deserve happiness, period. You deserve to nourish your soul, period. And the creation card, the snake card, the creation here is reminding you of that energy. This also talks about not letting fear eliminate your creative flow. So again, ever since the unicorn cards, I was saying I was feeling a lot of fear. I was feeling a lot of fearful energy. And in this whole reading, I'm feeling fear. So if you are still feeling afraid, baby, breathe through that and understand that you deserve creation. You deserve success. If you are a creative, if the job you want to pursue requires creative energy, work through those fears, my love, and really address that you are a being that deserves to be creative. You don't have to look the way people say you should look to be creative. You don't have to be creative in the sense of, just drawing or whatever. Creativity comes in many, many forms. Architects are incredibly creative. Bakers are incredibly creative. Custom designers are incredibly creative. Mechanics are creative. Like, there's so many different ways of being creative other than just what society says. So open your creative brain and let that freaking flow, okay? Let's go ahead and read the magic behind snakes. I know it's all about shedding and creation. It would be possible to write a very thick book simply on snake magic alone. Such is its variety and power. For our purposes here, use snake magic for two main intentions. First, for creation, and second, for protection. Snake energy is almost unmatched in its ability to stimulate the flow of creative forces and enable those ideas and concepts to be successfully transformed into reality. If you are stuck for ideas, lack in the flow to get things happening, or literally lack fertility in any area, okay, freaking beaver, what the heck, okay, call upon the snake. As for protection, in so many cultures, snakes are the protectors of the truth and all that is good. If you are worried about being robbed, about others stepping over your boundaries, or you need an energy to keep you safe, coiling snake magic is the perfect one to invoke. Interesting. Okay, call upon the snake and let them help you. Call upon the snake and let them help, help you shed your old skin, help you embody creativity. It also did talk about a little bit in the beginning, I didn't read this out loud, but it did talk about healing, okay? And we talked about healing here with the orca and the polar bear as well. So if you have any kind of physical ailment, call upon the snake, the orca, or the polar bear to help you heal and recover. But again, you are a being of creation. You are a being that embodies creativity, creative power, especially with the divine feminine here with the orca. You can embody all of this creative power, this creative love, this creative light, and this creative energy, and truly embrace what it has to offer. The last thing we are going to do today, because this is already a lengthy reading, no tarot today, we're just going to do oracle cards because we are heavily focusing on our animals today. Again, if you would like to work with any of those animals, I did read all the reasons they are helpful for, so if you want to go back and write down, this is what I would just do personally, but you don't have to do this. Go back and write down like polar bear, good for X, Y, and Z. Orca, good for X, Y, and Z. Beaver, good for X, Y, and Z. Because these are all animals that want to work out with you. They want to connect with you. And so you can write that down and then go back to them when you're wanting to work with certain things, right? If you're wanting to find equality in your relationship, if you're feeling like it's unbalanced or unequal, call in the seahorse. I didn't read seahorse magic. I did not read Seahorse Magic. We're going to go back to that real quick. Sorry, we're going to go back really quick because that's important to me. Okay, Seahorse Magic. Like most ocean-based elemental magic, the keys here are flow and fluidity. However, Seahorse Magic can be best utilized around issues of equality. If you want to be seen as an equal, you are being discriminated against in sex, race, or status, you can ask for the help of Seahorse energy and receive balance and justice, which makes sense because if you do not know, seahorses are the ones that give birth in the ocean, not the woman. The male seahorses give birth. Sorry, I did not explain that properly. Anyway, so you can write down, like, if you're feeling unequal in your job, if you feel like you're being discriminated against or anything like that, call upon the seahorse. If you're needing to shed your old skin, call upon the snake. If you're needing to find work-life balance or even just find your work energy again, call upon the beaver, etc. If you want to feel beautiful in your own skin and embrace more of the beauty in the world, oh my gosh, call upon the swan. I am struggling. So you can go back and write those down if you would want to, but again, all of those are animal guides who would like to work out with you and work with you and feel a spiritual connection to you, all right? So now we're going to do a little book divination with the key to spirit animals. I'm going to go to the back section of the book where we have a bunch of different spirit guide options. And I'm going to see if there are any other spiritual guides or spiritual animals that would like to work with you, their reason why, and a connection, okay? So pile number one, are there any other, I'm trying to get to where you guys can see it. Pile number one, are there any other spiritual guides, spiritual energies, or spiritual animals that would like to work with us? The key to integration, okay, not super helpful. We're going to try again. Any other spiritual guides, spiritual animals that would like to work with us? For pile number one, the whale card, what do we have? Alligator, okay. Alligators are actually an animal that work with me as well, and sometimes I wish they wouldn't because they freak me out, but they do work with me as well, so don't be afraid. Okay, I know it can be scary. I also live in Florida, so that's why it bothers me sometimes, when we get over it. All right, the keys to the alligator are heightens perception, detects deceit, encourages emotional depth just like the whale, and awakens ancient wisdom just like the whale. Okay. As the world's largest reptile and last living link to the prehistoric age of dinosaurs, going back to your ancestors, okay, cuties, alligator offers a powerful connection to our own primal self. They are extremely perceptive with keen hearing and the ability to see above and below the waterline. This hints at one of their core teachings, to recognize the clarity of truth in both conscious and unconscious realms, very similar to the whale, and unicorns are in our unconscious realms, and all these other animals are in our conscious realms. Just as its physical form is strong, armored, and formidable, alligator's guidance is no nonsense and not for the faint of heart. Indeed, alligator's teaching can be sharp as it exposes pretense and self-deception. That's what I was talking about. Are you willing to see your true self? What this card, okay, go back because I'm gonna mess everything up if I touch it. It literally said see your true colors. If so, alligators can be a superb guide in helping you discover who you really are. Attentive to the cycles of birth and death, creation and destruction, alligator possesses a strong-minded medicine of permanent change and transformation. Guardian of ancient truths, just like the whale, alligator encourages us to rely upon our own knowledge by accessing innate wisdom that resides within. Sorry, my gosh. If alligator arrives, you may be asked to take a deep, honest look in the mirror. What am I hiding from myself? What prevents me from being who I really am? Alligator encourages us to release what is fraudulent and no longer useful in order to pursue our soul's desire. Are you ready to move through your fears so that a greater awareness may emerge? Alligator watches and waits. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. That gave me chills. I literally, can you see my goosebumps? Let me check the camera. I literally have, oh my gosh, that's my birthmark. Don't look at that. But I have literal chills all up and down my arm. Whoo, baby, that is powerful energy. Wow. Okay. Pile number 1. That is the end of your reading. I hope that resonated with you and I hope that you enjoyed it. I know that this is very different from the normal content I create, but I really wanted to try something new and something fun. And if you liked this, let me know. And if not, totally understand. I'll go back to my normal, regular scheduled tarot pick-a-cards very, very soon. I just wanted to try something new and something fun. So let me know if you did like it, if it did resonate with you. And I would love to do more exercises or experiences like this. All right. So remember, and if you want to connect with them, take a few deep breaths, ground yourself to the earth, ask Aya to ground you, to tether you, so to speak, so you can go and travel and be wherever you want to be. And you can connect with any of these guys presented. Your unicorn would like to meet you, the polar bear, the orca, the beaver, the swan, the seahorse, the snake, the whale, and the alligator. You got a lot of watery animals, baby. A lot of watery flow energy, okay? If any of these animals are calling out to you, if any of the reasons they are calling out to you, you can ask them for help at any time for specific reasons. And just remember that they always want to help you. So again, I stopped what I was saying before. Take some deep breaths, lay down or meditate, whatever works for you. And you don't have to put any pressure on yourself to visualize. Just ask them for help. So you could say, seahorse guardian, seahorse spiritual animal, please help me create and embody equality in all aspects of my life. Please help me be treated fairly. Please help me be treated with equality in my work life or whatever it looks like. Please embody me with the energy of equality so that wherever I walk, wherever I go, I am treated as an equal. And embrace that energy, embody it, and see how your life changes. You might see a seahorse in front of you in your visualization, or you might feel a feeling, you might hear something, whatever it looks like for you. But just be gentle on yourself. And if you don't see, hear, or feel anything, it does not mean you're doing it wrong, okay? It definitely does not mean that. So whatever it looks like for you, embody that energy, okay? Pile number 1. This was my first go, my first round, and I really hope it resonated. I love you so freaking much, and I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a comment down below and let your girl know. I would love to hear that. I'm pretty sure that's what Shanetta said, and I did not mean to steal that from her, but leave a comment down below and let me know, okay? I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I would love to hear what you guys thought about this reading, okay? Also commenting, giving a subscription helps me a ton, okay? Subscribing to my channel, giving a thumbs up, and turning on your notification bells helps my channel grow a ton. So if you would like to contribute to my channel in that way, those are some easy ways to do so. I wanted to give you another reminder that I do have a Patreon that you can find in my description if you would like to join it, or you can type in the name here on the screen, Lives Light, just like my YouTube channel. I also wanted to let you know that I do accept tips and donations both at Venmo and PayPal. Neither are required nor expected ever, just received with so much joy and so much gratitude. I just want to say a huge thank you so much to everyone who has left me a tip or donation. I can never reply on PayPal, but please know that I am so incredibly grateful for you, and I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life, and just thank you so much. As a reminder, no private readings until told otherwise. All right, cuties? I love you so much. I'm so excited for you to connect with all your fun animal friends. Always remember to show others love, show your light, and shine so bright, and I will see you cuties for my next video. Bye! All right. right, pile number 2 with the beautiful Labradorite elephant here. So the first thing we are going to do is go to the Key to Spirit Animals book. Like I said, every single thing I use, the decks in the book are all going to be linked down below in my description if you're wanting to check it out yourself. But we are going to go ahead and look and see what the elephant spirit animal actually means and what they represent. Because since you did pick them, this is probably very clearly an animal guide that would like to work with you, would like to get to know you, all right? All right, so elephants represent patience, loyal, and wisdom. They engage life with sensitivity, value commitment, and nurture compassion. Solid, stable, intelligent, and often quite determined, elephant is known to discern clearly and remember, well, you can't fool an elephant. Linked in ancient times to royalty and wisdom, elephants can be true and loyal friend. While they don't see well, they are sensitive in other ways. Herds use low-frequency sounds to communicate over far distances. Elephant is particularly skilled in listening and can help us hear our inner voice, develop telepathic skills, and comprehend what others really mean despite what they say. Living in matriarchal groups, elephants form deep bonds. Elephant teaches loyalty and reminds us to cherish all family members. Despite their large size, mother elephants use gentle guidance to nurture compassion in young, sensitive souls. Elephant encourages us to be fair and just and live in harmony with nature. Elephants display a wide range of emotions, including love and sorrow. Perceptive and purposeful, elephant can help to unearth hidden memories as well as trauma that needs to be healed. Are you angry at how life is treating you? Do you feel there's no justice in the world? Elephant invites you to uncover the more vulnerable emotions you may be hiding beneath anger and outrage. Elephant nudges us to recognize the truth within ourselves in a gentle, loving way. By doing so, we learn to be more gentle and loving with others. Ooh, okay, that was kind of deep. Wasn't quite ready for it, but that's okay. So elephant encourages you to be vulnerable. It encourages you to look within. A lot of times we feel a lot of vulnerable emotions, but if we're not quite ready to address them, we can mask them in the guise of anger or frustration, when in all reality, it could be even deeper than that. And I'm not saying you're not angry or you're not frustrated, but this is just calling you to look a little bit deeper and see what's going on even further. Beneath the surface. So let's go ahead and flip and see Ascension Flames. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we are going to start with the unicorn cards. So with the unicorn oracle cards we have here today, I have set the intention that your personal unicorn, these are messages for you. Every single person has their own personal unicorn, even if you have not ever reached out to them or ever worked with them, they are always there for you. And it is the exact same as reaching out to a spirit guide, which I think I added into the intro. So if you want to go back and listen how to do that, it'll be in the intro for you as well. But unicorns have one of the most high vibrational frequencies that there is, right? It's like a very high vibrational frequency spiritual guide and a spiritual animal. And so I wanted to use them because they just deliver such a high vibrational energy. And if you are needing that assistance, or if you are needing that encouragement, unicorns are a great animal to work with. So what I set the intentions with the oracle deck, the very first one with the unicorns, is that one, any messages that your unicorn has to offer you, anything they want to talk about. I'm not setting a certain intention to money, career, sex, love, fame, etc. This is general. Whatever they have to say. It could be about all those things or none of those things. Whatever they have to say, and if they have any other guidance for you, all right? And so again, if you're wanting to reach out to the elephant, same way. If you're wanting to reach out to the unicorn, same way. But we each do have our own personal unicorn. So if you would like to reach out to them, definitely do so. So the first one you got is Ascension Flames. Merge with light and ignite keys and codes. Ascension Flames is all about, like it quite literally says, ascending, growing, becoming the higher version of yourself, becoming who you were always meant to be. And I think it's very, very interesting that you got, this is the exact card as pile number 1, what the heck. I think it's very interesting that you also got the elephant card, because the elephant card asks you to look within your fear, look and see what you are fearful, what you are feeling, and why you are feeling it. And I think, or your anger, your rage, whatever. And I think that that's a big key point when it comes to ascension, right? Because elephants represent really fully feeling. And when we fully allow ourselves to feel, when we fully allow ourselves to sit in the moment and feel what is really rising, what is coming within, what is rising to the surface, it is a lot easier to address those things and release them. And once we release, then we can start to ascend. All right, so you are being called here. This is a very spiritual pile, if I'm being up front with you. All right, I think you guys' reading is going to be heavy spirituality based, so if you vibe with that, awesome. If you don't, throw it away, that's totally okay. But because you got the Ascension and you got the Cosmic Pearl here, which is all about your psychic gifts, I really do feel pile number 1 have that card too. You guys, you and pile 1 are very similar in certain cards, so definitely tune into that if you're interested. But I do feel like this is a very spiritual heavy reading. I feel like you might be someone who is starting the ascension process. I want to remind you that ascension does not equal death. For a long time, I was like, no, I don't want to ascend, because I thought that meant that I was going to be dying. It does not. It simply means that you're going to grow and ascend and become the quote unquote highest version of yourself and really experience life in an incredibly beautiful way. And that is something that is so worthwhile. And I really feel like you are being called to do that here. You're being called to practice your spiritual journey. If you are being called to go within deep, if you're being called to do shadow work, if you're being called to any of these things before this reading, this card is confirmation of that, to kind of get ready for ascension. Okay, get ready for that. With the cosmic pearl here, also 2 + 7 = 9, if 9 is a lucky number for you. We also have number 33, which is already a lucky number, and we have the number 3 + 4, which equals 7. All right, which could also be a lucky number for you. With the Cosmic Pearl card, expand your psychic gifts and open the gate to the angelic realm. This is what I was just saying. So 1, you might be called to work with spirit guides, angels, like you're already doing. By clicking on this video, I can tell you're interested in working with spiritual guides because you're ready to work with your spirit animal. You are also being called to work with archangels, if that resonates with you in any shape, way, or form. All right, expanding your psychic gifts. I feel like the word psychic has a lot of connotation around it. And the only reason I put it in quotations was because of the connotation, not because it's not a real word. I should not have done that. I actually go back and take back those quotations, all right? Because I too am clearly still working through this connotation around the word psychic and what it means to be psychic. And to be honest with you, I don't even call myself a psychic, but my spirit coach laughs at me when I do that. So it is something that does not look the same for everybody. So what I'm being told to tell you here for pile number 2 with the Labrador right here, psychic gifts does not just look like, tarot or oracle or using pendulums or getting divine channeled messages. Psychic looks different to every single physical body. And it doesn't always look like what it looks like on movies. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always represent in that way. So just be open to receiving your psychic gifts in whatever way they're wanting to show you. If you do not want to tune into your psychic gifts, no worries. Okay, it's totally fine. But you're being told right now that you actually do have that gift. You do have the ability to be psychic. You do have the ability to look within, and you do have the ability to really receive messages from the universe, from the direct core of the universe that can uplift, help, and heal others. So if that's something you are interested in, tune in and tap in, especially because elephants are very nurturing. Elephants are very, very healing energy. So if you want to be a healer of any kind, definitely call on your unicorns to kind of help you tap into your psychic abilities that are always meant for the good of all and harm to none, and can definitely help heal you and your loved ones as well. With the Cosmic Sapphire here, this is the card that you got that was very similar to pile 1. It was in pile 1. Act with honor and integrity and speak your truth. Going back to the elephants. Elephants are able, like it said, to, for lack of a better phrase, cut through BS, okay? Like they are able to see straight through someone's lies. They're able to see straight through someone's, untruthfulness or whatever it looks like. Although they don't have the best sight, their perception is like natural 20, okay? That is a D&D reference, but their perception is very, very high. And this is another energy kind of confirming that. So not only are you being called to act honorably and speak with integrity and speak your own truth, but to kind of suss that out within other people. And when you act in integrity and speak your own truth, it is then even easier for you to do so with others. So if you're feeling uneasy around someone, if you feel like someone's intentions are not entirely pure, sit with your unicorns and ask them for guidance and ask them to show you what it is you are feeling and why you are feeling this way. Because your intuition, bestie, for pile number 2, your intuition is on freaking point. And that's what you're being called to know here. Now, again, if you don't feel like anyone is, sussing you out, then don't even worry about it, okay? In general, it's very important to speak with truth. Just like the elephant, it's very important to speak with truth. Speak with honor. And what I mean by that is not like, I am honorable because of X, Y, and Z. It's more of just like speaking with your own value, speaking with your core truth. Speaking your truth is just very valuable and very important, because when we speak our truths, we inspire those around us to do the same. And when we speak our truths, we start to understand that regardless of how someone responds responds to us, regardless of what someone says to us, it doesn't have to affect us unless we let it. And that is a loud message for you too, for pile number 2. Okay, I am 12. Not really. Act with honor and integrity and speak your freaking truth. Open up your throat chakra, embrace your throat chakra, and get ready to receive all that it has to offer. I feel like all of these three go hand in hand. Expanding your psychic gifts, getting ready to ascend, connecting with your elephant, going with flow, going within, looking inward, and seeing what is truly lying beneath the core of your emotions, and allowing yourself to fully feel your emotions, allowing yourself to be a healthy nurturer and a healthy healer, and acting with honor and integrity, and always speaking your truth, good of all harm to none. Speak your truth, all right? Open your throat chakra and don't let people talk over you, and speak your freaking truth, all right? The next cards I'm going to use for you are the Divine Animals Oracle cards. The intention I set with these, and again, I should have said this when I first started your pile, I'm actually decided to not do tarot cards today because I really truly want to focus on meeting our animal guides. I know that this is very different from what I normally do, but I think it's going to be very fun and valuable to those who are interested in seeing it. So I'm not actually going to do any tarot today, just animal cards today, and then we're going to do a book divination towards the end to see if there are any other animal guides that would like to work with you. So I just want to give that little preface in case you're like, okay, I don't want to be here then. No worries, I love you, and I'm so happy for you sticking around for this long, and I'm sorry I forgot to tell you sooner, all right? But with this neck deck, I set the intention that any animal guides that would like to show themselves to pile number 2 will show themselves, and any messages that need to be delivered will be delivered through them at this time, all right? So pile number 2, any other additional messages, for pile number 2, Labrador elephant, or any other spiritual animals that would like to work with you. Where are our animal guardians? Who would like to work with us? Who would like to collaborate with us? And who would like to connect with us? You got the shark, which I know that that's not everybody's favorite, but I really, truly love and enjoy sharks so much. That makes me excited. As well as owl. Let's see if there are any other animal guides or animal guardians who would like to work with us during this time. Snow leopard. This is actually the cover of the deck, and then this one popped out, and this is a wolf. I also did something for pile number 1 that I'm going to do for you as well, where this deck, it actually came with a book that talks about the magic behind every single animal. So we're going to deliver the messages with the energy that they provided, but then we're really going to tune in and heavily tap into the magic behind them, why you would reach out to them, and why they want to reach out to you. The reason I'm doing this is because, like I said, I'm heavily emphasizing the energy of this reading that is, you know, connecting with our animal guides. All right, and then your bottom of the deck energy is number 28, butterfly. Starting right off the bat with the first cards you got here, you got the shark card, which is all about purpose and protection. Sharks are very purposeful, but they also are very, very, very protective, and this is heavy protective energy here for you. But shark is here to remind you that you are already perfect. You are already completely divine and living your own best freaking life. This also heavily talks about your purpose on life and how you're already on that right path. If you started getting nervous when I was talking about ascension and thinking that you had to do all these different things in order to ascend, you simply don't, bestie. You are already on your path to ascension, and you're going to get there when your journey is naturally leading you to that place, when your journey is naturally leading you to that course of action. But I'm just being told to remind you here that you are on the right path. You are pursuing your right purpose, and you are doing all it is you need to do. And I'm just here to tell you, keep going. You're doing awesome. You are perfectly formed to be exactly who you were born to be, and there is great power in keeping that focus and keeping that determination. Understanding that you are already who you are meant to be. I feel like there's a lot of energy, almost always, with this energy of like, oh my gosh, who am I meant to be? What am I meant to be? What's my soul's purpose? Your soul's purpose, in my personal opinion, is to be you, and wherever that takes you, it will take you. Now, I do think we have goals and things we set out to do here on this 3-dimensional plane when we were in our soul's like pre-planning phase, but I do genuinely think that our soul's purpose is not defined by not one small thing, but by one specific thing, right? I personally feel like my soul's purpose is to help and heal others. That can transform and look different throughout the years in whatever way it does, but I know that that is like one of my purposes or one of my goals in life, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you are naturally attuned to, whatever you already are doing, whatever you feel you're calling to do, just understanding that you're already doing it and you're already amazing. For pile number 2, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on y'all. I don't know if it's from yourself or from others, but I definitely feel a ton of pressure being placed upon you. And I'm really just being told to remind you that you are enough, okay? Period. Excuse me, oh my God, all the energy. you are entirely enough, and you are doing amazing, and you are awesome, and you are wonderful, and you are all you are always meant to be. All right. The magic here: sharks are magnificent creatures built for purpose. They are focused on their job as a predator and are exquisitely fine-tuned to do this. Every sense is supercharged, every move is purposeful. Use shark magic when you want to find your purpose and your focus again. Perhaps you are procrastinating or simply think you cannot finish a project. So call in the energy of the shark to keep your eyes on the prize, all right? Keep your eyes on the prize, understanding that you're worth success. Again, I'm getting kind of that fearful, pressury energy, understanding that you're worth success and that you deserve success. I think that that is something that is often not talked about, is that we can want success. I want to be so successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to grow. I want a silver play button. I want to grow on YouTube, and I want to be so freaking successful. But it starts with the understanding that I deserve to be successful, all right? So understand that you deserve to be successful. You deserve, and whatever that looks like for you, right? Success is very different for everybody. But whatever that looks like for you, understanding that you deserve to be successful, and your purpose will find you whenever you're aligned with just understanding your soul, understanding your soul's energy and what your soul is trying to tell you. If you are having a hard time procrastinating right now, really look inward and ask yourself, am I procrastinating because I really feel like I shouldn't be doing this right now and I'm listening to my soul? Or am I procrastinating because I'm afraid? Am I procrastinating because I'm afraid of failure? Am I procrastinating because I'm afraid of what's going to happen if I keep going? And be super honest with yourself and call in the shark energy and ask them, hey, what am I not seeing? Why am I not seeing this? Why am I pushing this off so much? And genuinely see, okay, is this an energetic thing where my soul's trying to get me to wait? Or is this procrastination where I'm living in fear? And then address that, hunt that down like the shark, and get rid of it, okay? Number 4 with the owl, wisdom, Athena, okay? Goddess Athena is here to talk to you, cuties. Your and Pile 1's energy is also very similar as well, because they had a lot to do with wisdom as well. And I think that that's very, very interesting. I think this is really interesting because owls, and especially the owl with Athena, heavily represent seeing what is not just right at the surface, right? Looking beneath the surface, looking above the surface, looking at other perspectives and seeing what is truly there, not just what someone is giving you. For some reason, I get this energy that someone might be being shifty towards you, especially with the elephant energy and the integrity card I got over there. If you feel like someone is being sus or someone is being shifty towards you, call in both the elephant, your unicorn, and the owl and just literally like go investigate that ish, because the owl card represents seeing things very clearly and not just with our like 3-dimensional perspective. But if you feel like someone is doing you wrong, if you feel like someone is being untrustworthy or untruthful, you are definitely being called to listen to that intuition, okay? Because the owl is very much about that ancient wisdom, that inner wisdom, but it also heavily represents looking at things from a very different perspective and a very like no nonsense kind of perspective, if that makes sense. Look and see what is truly there, the whole truth, not just part of the truth, but the whole truth. And again, taking off those rose-colored glasses is a loud message I'm getting for you. And maybe it's not with a person, maybe it's like with a job or a company or whatever. Take off those rose-colored glasses and truly see what they are doing for what they are doing, right? Because oftentimes we want to see the best in people or the best in experiences or the best in careers. We truly do. Why would we want to see things from a glass half empty point of view, right? I know I wouldn't want to do that. So I often try to look at things glass half full. Even if there's like 1,000,001 red flags, I am the CEO of like painting that shit pink, right? But the wisdom card is here telling you to take off those rose-colored glasses, see things exactly as they are, whether it's within yourself, whether it is within other people, especially with the elephant card, the elephant totem, whether it's within yourself, other people, or a situation, really seeing things for as it is and understand that if that is hard for you, it is going to bring wisdom and it's going to bring knowledge. And this wisdom and knowledge is going to help you furthermore in the next situation this happens in, right? Because if this situation arises again, you'll know exactly how to take care of it, what you need to do, and continue going. The Watcher is a very, very similar energy. I didn't read the message of the owl, which I will, but give me 1 second, because the Watcher is super similar energy about looking at things from the full perspective. And it's not saying to react, right? Because the Watcher is not very reactful. The Watcher sits and watches and waits, and they do not sink to the low vibrational level of those around them. They do not sink to the low vibrational level of people who are talking shit or not treating you poorly, they don't do that, but they observe. They see things as they are, and that's a loud message for you. If you're being treated unkindly or unfairly, it's not about stooping to their level and making them feel bad about it, or stooping to their level and punishing them, so to speak, but it's about taking the higher road, but seeing things exactly as they are and knowing your worth enough to be like, I don't deserve to be treated like that. I don't deserve to be sitting here with you talking to me that way or disrespecting me in that way. So I'm going to take the higher road and prioritize my energy. And if that means I leave, I leave. But it doesn't mean that we're going to stoop down to their level and kind of join that matching energy, because that's not going to serve anyone. So just remember that, okay? I'm going to go back and look at the magic for the owl. The use of owl magic is an ancient practice. The energy is used in cultures as diverse as ancient Greek and Roman to Northern European and First Nations of the Americas. You will use owl magic when you seek wisdom in a situation and perhaps you are not seeing the whole truth as you wish to do so. Geez, Olivia. Owl magic is helpful when you cannot make a decision or when you need to take a rational view of an emotionally charged situation, okay? Now I'm going to read the Watcher one because I think it's going to be very, very similar energy. Snow leopard magic is about the power of being the silent watcher. Western society is an extroverted one with the emphasis of the individual and on being seen. Yet there is much advantage to examining things quietly and observing before making decisions. Taking your time and observing a situation before you decide next steps is Snow leopard magic is mysterious and ethical and can be used when you need assistance in taking the righteous path. So you're being called to see things fully as they are. You're being called to observe things exactly as they are. You're being called to really see through the BS that might be being forged against you. But then you're being called to see that, address that, and then take the higher road. All right? Don't start the gossip train. Don't be nasty or mean to someone, but take the higher road and walk away. Walk away from what is not serving you. Walk away from what is not benefiting you, but don't sit in that energy and stew and get mad and angry and want to take it back out on them. But acknowledge that someone is not being truthful to you or someone is not being fair to you, and then leaving the situation because your energy deserves better. Not leaving because you're punishing them, not leaving because you want to hurt them, leaving because you deserve better and you're acknowledging that. And I don't know if I already mentioned this, but of course, all of these animals are animals that would like to work with you and would like to connect with you spiritually. And I mentioned this for Power 1 as well, but you can go through if you would like and even write notes down, like take notes if you want to, and write down the purposes that they are good for. And then you can come back to them really on any date that you need them, because even if you don't need them today, they're not going anywhere, okay? They are here to help you. They are here to guide you, and they will continue to be here for you. And that's a loud message I'm just being told to remind y'all, okay? So let's go ahead and tune into the authenticity card with the wolf here. I think that this is very interesting because you got this in the placement of the cosmic sapphire, which is all about acting with honor and integrity and being your true self and speaking your truth. And then you got the authenticity card here, okay, cuties? Being your own authentic self is something that is so key and so important, yet really scary, right? It's like really scary to be your own authentic self, because when we are our own authentic selves and we are really doing things because we enjoy doing them or because we like to do, like because we find value in them or whatever it looks like, that opens up room for criticism. It opens up room for judgment because we might not be going with the social norms of being an authentic self. And that is scary. It's really scary. And I'm just here to remind you that it's okay if you're scared, but grab that courage and be like, hey, I don't need this fear anymore, and be genuine. All right. Be genuine and be in your own authenticity. Y'all know I love my girl, Chloe. Okay. I love her so much. And she always says this quote about standing in your own authentic truth inspires those around you to do the same. And that is another very powerful message with the elephant here, is that you are also able to inspire others to do the same by being your own true self, by being who you truly, truly are. Paired with the soul card here, you're being heavily called to look within and find out what your authentic self is, because maybe you don't know. I'm still learning who my authentic self is, because let's face it, We go through years and years and years of programming, either by society or by our parents or by our friends or by our school, and we kind of get shaped into who we think we should be. We have our core beliefs that we think are our core beliefs. We have our, stance, and we have the things we like to do or whatnot, but what are you truly when you kind of strip that away? When you strip away the conditioning of society, or, what society thinks you should do at a certain age, or who you should marry, or what you should dress like, etc. When you strip that away, who are you truly? Of course, y'all know the tea on this channel, good of all, harm to none, okay? But who are you truly? And with the soul card pair right next to the authenticity, right next to the cosmic sapphire, you are being heavily called to tune into who you truly are and figure that out. Figure out who you truly are and then live in that authenticity. Of course, good of all, harm to none. But live in your authentic truth and live in your authentic self and embrace that energy. And again, I understand if it's scary. That wolf card, like the way the wolf is looking at that person, it is fearful. Like it causes me fear looking at that card. And I feel like that's the energy of being a little bit nervous to find your true self, to find who you truly are. But you're being called to do so. You're being called to stand up. You're being called to go within with the butterfly card here and find your soul, find your nourishment, and figure out who you truly are, what it is you truly like to do, and then tune in and tap into that and embrace your authentic self. And when you know who you are authentically, when you connect with your soul, then you can go back to the cosmic sapphire and really speak that truth, right? Really speak about who you are and who you want to be. All right, let's go ahead and read the magic. Call upon the wolf when you wish to be all you can be in the fullness of your authenticity. While you do not have to be alone, being confident to live your life on your own terms very much embodies the energy of wolves. Wolf energy is also highly protective, and you can call upon it in workings where you may feel fearful or wish for a protective ally. You got two cards of protection here, okay? The shark and the wolf all provide protection and that energy of protection. And the wolf, again, is if you're like, Liv, I don't know how to be my own authentic self without fear. I don't know how to do that. What if someone judges me? What if I get canceled? What if no one watches my shit anymore? Bestie, I get it. I deal with those same fears. And now you have an ally and one you can call on and ask them for help. Ask the wolf for help to guide you to be your authentic self, show you who your authentic self truly is, and then embody that energy. So I think this butterfly card is super interesting, okay? Very, very interesting. So if you guys are not familiar with the butterfly analogy represents transformation and growth, starting with the caterpillar, then going into goo, and then transforming as a butterfly. This talks heavily about our soul has to go through journeys in life, right? And sometimes they're really, really hard. Sometimes we lose friends that we thought we would have forever. Sometimes we lose relationships that we were really enjoying at the time when our energy was a certain way. Sometimes our job shifts, our energy shifts, our lifestyle changes shift, and it can be hard and scary and unknown. But this is a transformation that is happening for your highest good, and you're being told that this journey you have gone on, you are at that transformational period. All right, you are at the point where you're ready to emerge and become the most beautiful butterfly. You are ready to transform all of your struggles, all of your hurts, all of what has happened into you into growth, into acknowledgement, into ready to freaking transform and become all you have always meant to be. Sometimes to experience our full selves in life, we often go through a difficult period of transformation and growth. This also heavily talks about trusting what it is you feel. And this is why I think it's interesting, okay? Because if we go back to the elephant and back to the unicorn cards, I was heavily talking about really feeling your feelings. And the elephant specifically talked about feeling your true feelings. Now, if they're anger, feel angry. If it's rage, okay. But look deeper, look within. Where does this stem from? Feel your feelings. Me and my fiance have recently started this practice where we actually allow ourselves to feel our feelings. And it's a crazy concept, I know, but it's actually very, very, very effective. And we actually just recently started it. I'll say me, I won't speak for her, but I recently just started this, and it's very, very effective. And what happens is if I'm feeling an emotion, anger, sadness, frustration, bitterness, jealousy, resentment, fear, I go and I sit with myself in complete silence. I leave my phone away from me because my brain wants to scroll and distract my feelings. I go and I be away from my phone and I go and sit with myself in my entirety. I personally use a weighted blanket because it helps me, but if you don't have that, it does not matter. And then I personally like to sit in darkness to really like just be with myself without distraction. And I sit there and I just feel it. I feel the uncomfortableness rising within my body. I feel the jealousy or the anger or the rage or the fear, and I fully allow it to bubble up inside of me. I fully allow it to come to the surface, and it's uncomfortable and it's gross and it's icky and I hate it and I want it to go away, but I feel it. I don't run away from it. I don't distract my mind with social media or technology or with chores. I sit with my uncomfortableness and I let it rise. And then I let it go and I breathe through it. And it is incredibly powerful and transformational. And this is what you're being called to do here, all right? Feel your feelings. Like the elephant said, feel your true feelings. What are you feeling? What are you feeling about life? What are you feeling about your current situation? Are you happy, sad, scared, joyful, jealous, bitter? Whatever it looks like, don't put shame on your emotions. Just identify them as emotions. I feel like a lot of times we can put a lot of energy and shame to being angry at me specifically. I put a lot of shame around the energy of anger for years and years and years because I was unable to identify my anger within myself. So I just put a bunch of shame around it. I put a bunch of shame around jealousy or envy, which I'm not saying those are great things to feel, but they are feelings. And allow yourself to feel them and feel why you're feeling them. Why are you jealous? Because a lot of times jealousy stems from a lack of something within us, right? A lack of, self-confidence, or I'm jealous because I wish I had that and I don't. So it's actually less about, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of you, and more about, wow, I'm sad that I don't have that. And it's about identifying those emotions and fully feeling them. Allowing yourself to fully feel this stuff. Going back to that ascension card in the very beginning with the unicorns, feeling your feelings will go to ascension, okay? Like feeling your feelings is going to ascend you, because when you allow yourself to fully feel instead of covering up our emotions or running away from them or discrediting them or labeling them as something that they're not or putting shame on them, when you allow yourself to fully feel your feelings, it is going to change your life, and that inevitably is going to shift your energy, and that inevitably is going to help with the ascension process. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the butterfly magic is. Let's see here. Butterfly magic is key to growth and transformation of the soul. Going through trauma or difficulty helps reveal our true self and to grow into the full magnificence of the soul itself. Ease doesn't always mean growth. When you need help moving from one life stage to another, then butterfly magic can be useful. Although patience is often needed to embody change fully. When you require a dose of beauty, hope, and lightness of spirit, and a reminder to live your life to the full, then butterfly energy can be just the thing. All right, so freaking beautiful. Another spiritual animal or spiritual guide to call in. All right, the next thing we're going to do is book divination, the key to spirit animals. Again, I hope you guys are vibing with this. Again, I've never done a message about spirit animals, so be patient with me, okay? We are learning. But let's go ahead and see. I'm going to set the intention of any other spiritual animals, any other spirit guides that would like to work with pile number 2 in a message they have. All right. Woodpecker, protective and assertive, demands attention, alerts us to opportunity. With the sharp rapping of their beaks, woodpeckers shake us awake and call us to attention. Using the chisel-like tips of their strong bills, woodpeckers drill holes in trees and expertly probe beneath the bark with their long, sticky tongues, grabbing insects to devour. Spirit of woodpecker can help us peck away at surface layers so we can explore deeper layers of self and find the treasures hidden below. Woodpeckers nest in hollow cavities of trees and cacti. When other birds attempt to usurp these highly coveted chambers, woodpeckers become quite aggressive. Woodpecker reminds us to protect our homes and be alert to intrusion. Sometimes viewed as messengers to other worlds, woodpeckers use drumming, rapid pecks of varying rhythms to communicate. Woodpeckers' loud, persistent hammering alerts us to the power of sound. Respectful of the unconventional woodpecker encourages us to be innovative and explore alternative forms of communication. Woodpecker supports us in finding our own path and rhythm. Beautiful. Question: has woodpecker been tapping your awareness lately? If so, a window of opportunity may be near. It is time to renew an old project, finish a current one, or start something new. Pay attention and use your head, for woodpecker reminds us to think before we act. That is literally the exact message of the Watcher. Are you okay? Okay. Work with woodpecker. Wait, sorry. Be alert to messages from nature and honor intuitive prompts. Work with woodpecker to gain the focus and determination necessary to keep going and not give up. Literally the message of shark. Okay, so basically woodpecker is shark and snow leopard combined to make one combination Pizza Hut, Taco Bell animal. Okay, woodpecker. This is the last animal that I would like to work with you at this current moment. Again, if you don't feel called to work with any of these animals today, you can keep note because these are all ones I would like to work with you at any point. So you can write down things like woodpecker, call on them when you need to be protective and assertive, when you need to be aware of opportunities coming your way and focus and be determined. Snow leopard, when you need to take the higher road. Owl, when you need to connect to your inner wisdom and see things as they truly are. Shark, commit to your purpose. Wolf, connect to your authentic self. And butterfly, understand that what you're going through is here to push you through to transformation. Okay, all of these animals and the elephant would like to work with you. So if you're interested, definitely tune in and you can go back to what I talked about in the intro of learning how to do that. All right, pile number 2. I hope this resonated with you. I know this was very, very, very different from what I normally do, and I hope you're okay with it. We like trying new things on this channel. If this is your first time watching my channel, this is not what we normally do, and we'll be back to regularly scheduled tarot pick a cards very, very soon. I just wanted to try something new and try something different. All right, if you guys like this, please leave a comment down below and let me know. I love interacting with you, and comments help me a ton, and so commenting and interacting is really an awesome way to help support me if that's something you're interested in, as well as subscribing to my channel. Might seem small, but it makes a huge difference for me and my growth, as well as giving a thumbs up and turning on your notification bell. All right, thank you so much to all of you for watching. I'm so grateful for you. I want to give you a reminder that I do have a Patreon now. It's called Lives Light, just like my YouTube channel, or you can scroll down to my description and click on the link and it'll take you straight there. Thank you so much to all of my cuties who have already joined my Patreon. I'm so grateful for you. I want to let you know that I do accept both tips and donations, both at Venmo and PayPal, which are never required, but it receives with so much joy and gratitude. So thank you so much to those of you who have tipped and donated to me. My PayPal is acting a little bit funky, so if you want to use PayPal, just scroll down to the description and click on the link and it'll take you right there. All right, as a reminder, no private readings as of right now. They are closed. If I reopen them, I will let you know. All right, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here and always supporting me, and I just really genuinely love you, and I'm very grateful for you. Always remember to show others love, show your light and shine so bright, and I will see you for my next video. Bye. All right, last but never ever least, pile number 3 with the gorgeous lion totem here. So what we're going to do before we hop into y'all's reading is we're actually going to use this Key to Spirit Animals book to pull up the lion and see the magic and the mystery behind this animal that you've chosen today. All right, let's see. Lions represent noble leaders, a symbol of inner strength, inspire self-respect, and invoke teaching. Associated with the sun, gold, and royalty, lion reminds us to remember who we are and conduct ourselves with dignity. Leading family with a noble heart, lion can help us to express our inner authority in a way that is commanding but not domineering. In the wild, young lions learn to be brave by challenging each other and by observing their elders. Lions know when to play and when to relax, and when to wait and when to spring into action. Oh, sorry. Gracefully and stealthily, lions strengthen their spirit through experience and daring. Lion is vigilant and can be fierce, but knows the importance of a calm, cool exterior. Are you willing to work? Lion requires attentiveness and commitment. In return, lion may help you strengthen your dignity and find nobility within. Are you worn down from too much work? Do you feel overwhelmed by deadlines? Are your emotions frayed from an unending blur of busyness? Lion advises that the best way to continue is to relax and de-stress fully. So drop what you're doing and take a rest and listen to Lion's first lesson. You can't expect to do things well if you don't treat yourself with care and respect. Period. Yes, freaking please. You cannot do things well if you don't treat yourself with care and respect. This is something I say often when I'm talking to either clients or friends or myself as a reminder, is that if I'm wanting to do something, I'm very much a busybody. I'm very much a go getter. And I think that is fine. But I definitely can find myself going and giving too much to the point where I get burnt out, where I get exhausted, and then I can't give myself, right? I can't give them my full energy, my full attention. And that's why I think it's such a beautiful reminder. If you are someone who is a go-getter, if you are someone who likes to go after it and get the grind, absolutely beautiful, but please don't remember to take time. Please remember, don't forget. Oh my gosh, Liv. Please remember and don't forget to take time for yourself. Prioritize your energy. Don't forget to prioritize yourself, heal, relax, de-stress. I feel like y'all are going to be a restful pile, but let's go ahead and see. The first card you got is oneness. Number 42, look for common humanity and invoke Olivia-Lintz. So before we go ahead and get into this, I'm going to give you the debriefing I've said for both pile 1 and 2. And if you've already heard pile 1 and 2, just skip ahead. Okay, but we're going to talk about this real quick and kind of how I'm doing today's reading, because I'm doing it very differently. I've never done this kind of thing before, but we're trying something new today. Hey, okay, we're trying something new today, and I'm very excited about it. So what we're doing first is we're starting with the Unicorn Oracle cards. So what I set the intention of with these cards is that your personal unicorn comes through for these cards and is able to give you a message. Everybody has their own personal unicorn, and if you want to invoke them, I go over it in the intro if you want to go back and re-listen to that. It's the same as invoking your animal guides, etc. And if you would like to do so, if you would like to do such a thing, then this is a message directly from them. And if not, this is them kind of trying to reach out to you and tell you things. So this, I set the intention that this is from your own very personal magical unicorn. Okay, unicorns have one of the highest vibrational frequencies of all spiritual beings. It is incredibly high vibrational, and they can heal, they can protect, they can guide, and do so much more. So if you would like to work with your unicorn, this is a good sign to do so. Okay, so then with the cards, I'm also tuning in and tapping into a message that they are trying to give to us, and a message we are ready to receive. Also, I might have some Lemurian babies tapping in here, which you might just be like, Liv, okay, big deal. No, it is a big deal, okay, because Lemurians are also incredibly high vibrational and have incredibly high vibrational frequency. So if you are tuning into that, baby, tune in and tap in, all right? Look for the common humanity. This is a reminder. I'm just going to shuffle some cards while we do this, but this is a reminder that literally there is good, there is humanity in everyone. I know that that is frustrating, and I'm probably going to ruffle a lot of feathers, and I want to say, just like I say for everything, if either one, this doesn't resonate with you, or two, you're not ready to hear it, throw it away. Okay, don't worry, don't come for me, but you can just throw it away. It's totally fine. But I do truly believe that there is oneness in everybody. There is humanity in everybody, because we are all souls, right? We are all part of Source. We are all part of the divine magical being. And when we are that kind of thing, which we all are, every single person on this planet has a soul. Every single person on this planet has feelings, thoughts, beliefs, worries. And we're all just trying to get back to our freaking divine being, right? We're all trying to get back to Source and connect with that energy. So this is just a reminder that we all have humanity. We are all human, right? I mean, not animals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all have our human life, our human suits that we are walking around in right now. And this is a reminder to find those people. Be kind to people. It is so easy to just get instantly upset with people, and maybe this is not easy for everybody, but it's easy for me to get kind of like instantly grumpy or upset with someone if I assume their emotions, I assume their intent, I assume what they're trying to say. And this oneness card reminds you that whenever your jerk reaction, like your knee-jerk reaction, is to act rashly or aggressively or flip someone off who's driving next to you, or get upset with a drive-through worker for their order taking so long, to stop, breathe, and remember to be kind as best as we can, okay? All right, let's tune into the rest here. You also got number 10, access your gifts. Number 36, which equals the number 9. Also 42 equals the number 6. Be a beacon. And then number 39, which equals the number 12, which would also equal the number 3. Okay, so just wanted to do that for you real quick. As y'all know, I don't really know much about numerology, but your girl's trying. Okay, be a freaking beacon. This is what I was just saying, right? Be with the oneness card. I feel like the people I'm tuning into right now, I feel like y'all are either highly sensitives or empaths or whatever it is. I am tuning in to people who love so much and care so much, but right now I feel like the world has just got you down, and not without reason. To be honest with you, this is a rough place to live. Like, this is a rough place to live and a rough place to experience, and I think that that is okay to acknowledge. Sorry, I did not realize these were so crooked. I think that that is okay to acknowledge and okay to admit, like, you know what? Sometimes this is not the most fun place to live. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes everything that's going on here is so loud and aggressive and hard to manage and hard to deal with, and it's frustrating, and we just want to react. We want to be mean or grumpy or hateful or hurtful, but bestie, you have been given a freaking gift. gift. You have been given a gift to be a light, to be a beacon. And I'm not saying being nice to everybody who treats you like shit and like take being treated poorly. I feel like I was tuning into somebody who could have accidentally misunderstood me or I misspoke, but that is not what I mean at all. What I am saying though is like in general, shining a light of understanding, shining a light of humanity, shining a light of you are human and I am human and I see that in you. I take away the ego, I take away the judgment, I take away the, the things we put on ourselves to distract and create this whatever. I see you for who you are, a soul that is connected to the divine being, just like me. Maybe you're lost, maybe you haven't found your way back home, but you're still a soul and you're still doing your best, and I'm going to love you and I'm going to support you. And I really do feel like you've been given that gift to kind of be that outspoken person. I think that's the right thing I'm trying to say, because I'm thinking of someone who is very, 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 very like one who maybe doesn't want to rock the boat too much, maybe doesn't want to like stir the pot, so to speak, but you're being called to be the light. You're being called. If you see somebody that is being left out, if you're seeing somebody that's not being acknowledged or not treating fairly, to speak up or be the person that treats them fairly, be the person that treats them kindly. Be the person that blesses them. Be the person that shares your light. And even if it's not like, maybe you're like, don't think of anything in your mind like that, but maybe it's on social media, right? Being a YouTuber, whatever it looks like for you, you are being called to be a beacon of light. You're being called to be a beacon of oneness. You're being called to remind people that we are all human, right? We are all trying to do our best. Take away the colors of their skin. Take away the way that we, portray ourselves or whatever. At the end of the day, if you strip that all away, if you strip all of that down, we are all human, and you're being called to either remember that if you've forgotten, or to spread that knowledge, spread that life, whether it's just with your friends, your family, or your children if you are parents. My goodness, parents these days, you have such a gift. I mean, parents always, but I'm just tuning into the ones right now because it's right now, but like all parents, y'all have a freaking gift and a blessing to be able to educate and shape these minds to be noble and amazing and kind and brilliant and creative and passionate and humane. And that is so freaking powerful. And that's what you're being called to do here. And I think the reason I was tapping into parents now that I'm actually looking at the card is because there are a lot of children here. And this is exactly what I was saying. When you take away the race, when you take away our abilities, when you take away everything, we are all just human. We are all one. We are all one. We are all part of the divine being. And you're being called to either, like I said, I'm just repeating myself now, sorry, cutie, but either share that message, promote that message, or believe it within yourself, all right? And unicorns are incredibly helpful to call for that. So if you're needing some assistance, if you're needing some guidance, if you're like, Liv, I don't know how to tune into that. I don't know how to tap into that. I don't know how to not see people as this, and that. That's okay. Ask your unicorns for help and they will help you. Or if you want to speak up, if you want to start an Instagram account talking about, how to treat people with kindness or love others, or maybe you want to start a clothing brand, or if you want to start a, equality company or whatever it looks like for you, it's not capped, okay? So whatever it looks like for you, embrace that energy and listen to your unicorns and ask them for help on how to do so. Access your gifts with number 10 here. Explore your treasure chest and accept who you truly are. I'm just going to tell you straight up right now that one of your gifts is being a beacon of light. And I know that can be frustrating or even be a little heavy because you're like, what if I'm having a bad day? What if I am upset? What if I am angry? And I want to be very clear when I say this. Being a beacon of light does not mean you do not allow yourself to feel your emotions. Absolutely not. What it does mean is that we don't take our emotions out on others. Because I think sometimes in society, I'll speak for me personally, y'all know I do not like to assume anything of you, but I'll speak for me personally. It is so easy to confuse expression with placing our energy onto others. You can express your feelings, you can feel your feelings, you can allow yourself to feel them without taking it out on other people, right? And that's the loud message here. So no, I was just tuning into somebody who is like, well, I guess I'm just screwed because I have bad days sometimes and I'm sad and I want to be sad and this is BS or whatever. Bestie, feel sad. It's okay. Feel angry. It's okay. Feel love. It's okay. Feel happy. Feel silly. Feel goofy. Feel hungry. I don't know. Whatever your feelings are, feel them. Just don't project those onto others because that is where the humanity comes in, right? Feel your feelings. Allow yourself to feel them. Encourage others to feel them, but without placing them onto others and causing others pain when it's not really what you're trying to do. And I know it's not your your true intent. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when we're so upset, and again, we're all human, like I was saying, so we're all gonna have those moments. We're gonna mess up. We're gonna say stuff. We're going to hurt other people. But it's about getting back to the core thought, the core center of we are all humans living on this earth, having this three-dimensional experience for a reason. Let's connect, right? Access your gifts. So I do think one of your gifts is definitely becoming a beacon of light, becoming a beacon of hope, becoming a guide for others, so to speak. If you're wanting to be a spiritual guide, a spiritual coach, a Reiki master, if it's not even has anything to do with spirituality, if you're wanting to be a teacher, a leader, a speaker, a guide, that is heavily loud here as well, all right? Because you're literally guiding the path for others. All right, but accessing your gifts, your unicorns will in fact help you see what it is you are talented at. I think you already have talents and you already have amazing things, but sometimes we have gifts that we actually suppress. And we suppress these sometimes based off of what people say to us, how people assume we're going to be, you know, society places things on us, etc. And we can often suppress a lot of the gifts that we truly do have. So if you're wanting to tap into more of who you truly are, call in your unicorn to help you. I've recently realized that I don't really know my likes and my interests outside of what I've allowed society to kind of tell me I like and I don't like. And I'm currently on a journey to refine myself, to find myself, maybe even for the first time in a long time, but to refine who I truly, truly am. And that is way also about accessing your gifts, right? What are we gifted at? What do we love to do? Where do our talents lie? Who am I? Who am I at the core of my being? Again, going back to humanity. I don't know why that is such a loud message for you, pile number 3. Going back to humanity, going back to understanding that maybe we have flaws, okay? We are on this three-dimensional earth that is flawed, like not flawed, but you know, it has struggles, okay? And so maybe we have flaws, maybe we mess up, maybe we make choices and mistakes that we wish we never made, but you are still a divine being. You are a being of so much love and so much light. And I'm getting this message that I literally just had to tell myself and remind myself, and I'm gonna say it to you as well. You are so worthy. Not because of anything else other than the fact that you are worthy, okay? I was saying things to myself last night like, you are worthy because, and then I tried thinking of all these reasons I deserved worth, and then I just had this thing in my head that was like, you are worthy because you are worthy. You are worthy because you are worthy. You are worthy because you are worthy. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to be someone to accept being worthy. You already are. Accepting who you truly are starts with understanding that you deserve to accept who you truly are. Accepting who you truly are starts with understanding that you are amazing and wonderful and a beacon of love and light and kindness and compassion and beauty and rage. Like the polarity is right. Sometimes you're going to be upset. Sometimes you're going to be angry, and that's okay. But this is about understanding that with all of that, you are a divine being, a divine essence that has been here, placed here to help others grow, to help yourself grow, and to experience life fully. So again, just remember that who you truly are is already beautiful. Who you truly are is magnificent, kind, brave, strong, happy, angry, hungry, upset, whatever you are at all times, you are a divine being. I'm getting this loud message for you, pile number 3, to just be gentle to yourself, baby. Going back to the lion energy of taking care of yourself, being nice to yourself, respecting yourself, appreciating who you truly are, because you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are incredible. In case no one has told you today, I will tell you, you are awesome and you are incredibly wonderful and powerful and kind, and I'm just so happy you exist, and I'm so happy you are here. I'm so happy you are here. But bestie, I need you to be happy too, okay? And I don't mean that in the sense of like you need to get over your emotions and be happy, but no, but try if you can to start learning and understanding that you are an amazing divine being and you deserve all of the love that you also want to give to others, all right? And again, accessing your gifts can also represent if you're wanting to learn new skill sets, if you're wanting to learn new talents about yourself, call your unicorn in and be like, show me, cutie, and be excited for what they have to say. Number 39, ascension lift. Prepare for rapid spiritual growth. Be ready for opportunities. That's what we're saying, okay? So again, ascension does not have to do anything with death. It doesn't mean you're dying. It just means you're ascending to a different high vibrational energy, all right? And I feel like this is very powerful because you're going through this growth is what I'm seeing. I think pile number 2 was also heavily talking about ascension. So if this resonates with you, definitely go listen to pile number 2 as well. But we are in a very high vibe, like, what am I trying to say? We are in a place in this world right now where there is a lot of this energy happening. There is a lot of, like ascension happening because of the new golden age and all of that stuff, and people preparing for what is to come. And there's a lot of ascension happening, and I feel like you are one of those chosen people. Okay, I feel like you are someone who has been chosen to access this light. I feel like you are someone who has a light within you, and maybe you've been told in your life, man, you just being in a room just really helps my energy, or I just feel so comfortable around you. I feel like I can tell you anything. I feel so safe around you, etc. I feel like you have a natural gift. I feel like it is a natural gift to be a beacon of light, but then the world shuts us down. The world craps on us, so to speak. Our, society says certain things. Our teachers say certain things. Our friends, our family say certain things, and we close down that light. It's been dimmed. But bestie, this is where that oneness comes back in, of breaking out of what does not serve you and remembering that you are a divine being. I'm literally seeing like a light bulb of just pure radiant sunshine, like a little ball of sunshine, and just like the world has just kind of come and put more and more stress, disbelief, get your head out of the clouds, grow up, don't be a baby, stop sharing your emotions, be tough, whatever. And it's created like this hard exterior, and your guides are being like, hey, open back up again. Open back up again, be who you are again, express your energy again, show who you are again, and embody that energy, okay? I know it's scary because it's vulnerable. I know it's scary because this is a vulnerable thing that you are allowing yourself to do. You are allowing yourself to be, but bestie, it's going to pay off in the end in the result of your happiness, in the result of your freedom, and the result of you being who you always were and who you truly are. And that is going to inevitably lead towards your ascension process, lead towards you being who you truly are. Being who we truly are, connecting back to who we've always been, saying, ego, step aside for a minute, baby. We love you, but we got to put you down for a sec so we can see who we truly are. That is leading us to ascension. And then when we start to ascend, so many new opportunities come our way because the universe is like, dang, they're getting it. Let's go. Let's start giving them all these opportunities heading their way. All right. And then the bottom of the deck energy, I was holding this like the whole time because I thought I was going to shuffle, but I didn't. Sorry. Is number 9. Open your heart, love yourself, and dare to be vulnerable. Wait, wasn't I? I was literally just saying that. You kidding? Oh. Okay, I swear I was just saying something about being open and being vulnerable, but now I feel like I'm going crazy, so it's fine. Y'all will let me know. You always do. I love you guys so much. Okay, literally louder confirmation. Open your heart. Love yourself. That's what I was accessing earlier, right? Like, love yourself. Love who you truly are. Love who you truly are and who you've always been. And again, dare to be vulnerable. That's so crazy because I was just feeling this energy of, I don't want to, remember that shell that I was speaking of? I feel like your guides have been pushing you to peel back a little layer. Your animal guides especially, your unicorn especially, has been pulling you to peel back a little layer. And you're like, I don't want to. I'm happy with the way life is. I'm happy with the way things are. And maybe you are, and I'm not saying to do something if you're already happy. Like, bestie, please live your life. But if you're wanting to embrace more of who you truly are, if you're wanting to become who you truly are, if you feel a yearning inside of you to become who maybe you feel like you were but have been suppressed, it is scary because it's vulnerable, right? It's scary because it's vulnerable, but this is a safe space. And dare to be vulnerable, dare to express yourself, dare to show yourself, dare to say, you know what? I'm going to take down these shells and this is who I am. This is who I am. I'm a bright, bubbly ball of sunshine. And if you don't like that, put some sunglasses on and walk away. If I'm too bright for you, put some sunglasses on. If I'm too loud for you, walk away. Like, you don't have to be a part of my energy, but don't come to me and say that I'm too much for you. No. Okay, love yourself. You are amazing. Who needs to hear it? Somebody listening needs to hear this. You are amazing. You are worthy. You are divine. And you don't have to prove yourself to be worthy of anything. You are worthy because you are worthy, period. Say it again. You are worthy because you are worthy. I am worthy because I am worthy. Open your heart, my mind. Oh my goodness. Okay. The last deck, I'm only doing 2 decks for you today because I'm really trying to focus on the animal guide aspect of this. Like I said in the beginning, this is not my normal video. If you don't vibe with this, I totally understand, but I did have a couple of you ask for it, so I hope this is reaching those who wanted to hear it. So with this one, I am going to do is the thing I love about this deck, this is the Divine Animals Oracle deck, and as always, the decks in the book I use are going to be linked down below. The thing that is so cool about this deck is that this deck is all animals. Every single single card in this deck is an animal. And what I've set the intention to is that for pile number 3, all of the cards that show themselves today are animal guides that would like to work with anyone who is listening to pile number 3 at any point in their life when they are ready to hear it. I also ask for any additional messages that they would like to give throughout this reading during this time, all right? So why I'm saying that is because I'm going to, yes, be of course delivering the messages attached to the card, but the heavy emphasis I was putting on this card was to meet some of your animal guides, who would like to work with you, to like to hang out with you. And these are guides you can call upon at any time for any of the reasons that they are going to be stating. And this deck is really cool because it talks about the magic of the animals and why people like to work with them. So we're going to talk about that, all right? All right, so I was going to get started. Pile number 3, last but never, ever, ever least, are there any animal guides that would like to work with pile number 3? We are jumpy today, okay? Number 39, didn't you get a number 39? You sure freaking did. Number 39, peacock. Number 16, meerkat. And number 22, yes, 2022 in the year of 2022. This is timeless, of course, cuties, but whenever you are watching, whenever this is going live, sorry, it is the year of 2022, so we love to freaking see that. I think it's so funny that you got the number 39, which is peacock, right with number 39 on the other deck. Wow, your guys' cards are flying. Holy cantaloni. Number 12, fruit bat, and then you got another one here, which is number 29. All right, I gotta move some stuff. I wasn't ready. Hold on. All right, besties, sorry if this is all over the place. There, you guys got so many more cards than I was even expecting. Like, that was a ton. And then your bottom of the deck energy here is groundedness with armadillo. Okay, absolutely beautiful. I think this is the most, I could be wrong, but I want to say that this is probably the most I've gotten for any pile here today. I'm just going to take this card and put it over here because it's too large. It's too large and in charge, which we love to see, but just for right now, it's a lot. Okay, wow, so much has happened. You guys have so many spirit animals. Again, I'm going to deliver the message for you, and we're going to tune into the animals that you can learn and work with as well. Okay, so starting right off the bat with meerkat, responsibility. Actually, I'm going to back up. I'm going to read it from this side because this is what I'm feeling intuitively called to do. So starting with the peacock and the prosperity card here, you got number 39 twice in a row, which equals the number 3 if we shrink it down to numerology. And I think that that is very loud and very important to consider because the number 3, you also got 12, which also equals the number 3. The number 3 is an incredibly powerful number that is here to guide you. And if you're connected to that number, when you start to see that number, understanding that that is a sign from your animal guides, especially your peacock and your unicorn, and maybe if you see a bat, okay? And now I love this energy because ascension lift, I feel like in my personal opinion, and just from my own experience, like I said, the word ascension was so scary. I was like, what does that mean, right? And it really freaked me out for the longest time, thinking that that meant that I was going to die or whatever. But this is more confirmation that you ascending, you going through this growth, which we're gonna tune into, but you going through this growth, you going through this addressing, you going through refinding your sun, refinding your sunshine, refinding that brightness in your life. It's going to bring you prosperity, all right? It's going to bring you abundance and prosperity. And again, prosperity looks different for everyone, okay? Prosperity can look like money for you, or prosperity could look like a lot of friends for you, or prosperity could look like good friends, good times, good vibes. Prosperity could look like traveling a lot. Whatever it looks like for you, healthiness, happiness, wealthiness, whatever. You are going to be prosperous through going through this ascension lift, and I think it's going to be in more ways than one, and I think it's going to bless you incredibly so. And this is just a reminder and kind of to ease your mind, okay? And the reason I'm reading it this way, like I said, is just because I was called to, but we're going to tap into kindness as well, because you got the kindness card right here with the oneness. And don't worry, I'm going to go back and read peacock, but I just needed to give this message real quick. You got the kindness right here with the oneness, and I want to tune into that because, again, the oneness is all about humanity. It's all about looking for the one, the core of who everyone is. And I'm getting a message to one, continue doing that and to be kind to others, to be compassionate towards others. But cutie, I'm being so called to tell you to be kind to yourself, to find the human, the soul, the being that is within you, to find who you are, and be kind to yourself along this journey. Please be kind to others. Please show others love because you're being very called to do so, but also be kind to yourself. Be kind to you and your energy, and understand that this is growth, this is process, this is a change, but it's going to be one so worth your while, all right? So let's go ahead and read the magic of the peacock. Going back to 39 real quick. Peacock magic is shimmering and rich. It is the energy you call upon when you need more abundance in all areas of your life. Like the goddess Lakshmi, the peacock represents beauty and pure light. So when you need to clear your space, call upon this iridescent power. Yes, please. Okay, so what I gave for the suggestion for pile 1 and 2 is, if you would like to, you can take notes. I know that seems weird for like a YouTube video, but you can take notes if you want, and you can write down, because these are animal guides that actually want to work with you, like they want to reach out with you. So you could write down like peacock, and then you could write down next to it, call upon when I'm needing more abundance, when I'm looking to gain more money or abundance into my life, when I'm looking to clear any space that I need to clear with this iridescent powder. And then that way, if you're going through something, you can go back to this list of spirit animal guides you have and call on who you need to whenever it is you need to, all right? Then we're going to go to number 12 for fruit bat to see what the heck is the magic with the bat. Fruit bats are one of my favorite animals, so I'm very excited you got this card. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness, inviting flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility. All right, so again, going back to the oneness card, if you're having a hard time being kind to yourself, if you're having a hard time being kind to others, and I'm not saying that to put any shame or any guilt upon you. We all have times where we're not kind to others, all of us, okay? So it's not about looking at yourself with shame and guilt, being like, man, I'm so mean. Why am I so hard on people? Why am I so aggressive? Why was I so sassy? Why was I so rude? Why did I flip off that driver? I don't even know what's going on in their personal life. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about looking at yourself without shame and saying, okay, I don't love that I treated that person that way, but I want to improve. Oh my gosh, my mom always tells me this quote and I never can quote it properly. It's like, do what you know is best till you know better and then do better, right? So not about being upset at yourself for not knowing better in the past, but being kind to yourself and acknowledging that you know better now and you can change now, okay? And that goes towards other people and towards yourself, like being kind towards others and a cutie patootie, being kind towards yourself, okay? Besties, I had to put a cough drop in because my throat is hurting so bad, but I want to be able to kind of finish and do this reading for you. So if it starts to sound weird, I'm very, very sorry, but I don't know how else I could do it without having a cough drop, and bear with me, okay? Bear with me. So I think it's really interesting that you got the groundedness card right here, because again, I'm going all out of order. I'm the CEO of going out of order right now. Also 1 + 6 also equals 7. Boom, boom. 9, 10. All right, amazing. So you got the number 7 here, armadillo groundedness. The reason I think that this is so interesting is because, again, you are going through this ascension process. You are going through this growth. You are going through this lifting. You are going through this addressing. You are going through this energy in your life where you're like peeling back these layers that society has placed upon you to find your little burst of sunlight again, which I'm so excited for you about, by the way. But there's also a need of getting grounded. If you start to get overwhelmed, if you start to feel heavy burden, if you start to feel stressed, like our little lion buddy felt here, if you start to feel that way, remember to go and get grounded. You can get grounded by spending some time out with Mama Gaia. You can get grounded by spending some time outside in nature, sticking your feet in the grass or the sand wherever you live. Or if you don't have grass or sand, on the concrete, like whatever, just connecting with the core of the earth and really connecting in that way and getting grounded and understanding that sometimes it might get overwhelming, especially with the big job y'all cuties have, okay? It can get overwhelming. It can be tiring to try to like help people all the time or try to be high vibrational or whatever it looks like, whatever we put on ourselves. So my love, get grounded, relax, breathe, take a breather, tapping into our lion energy. If you need to de-stress, if you need to be completely stress free, if you need to like spend some time completely de-stressing, call in the lion and the armadillo and ask them for help and ask them for guidance. All right, number 7, let's go ahead and see what their magical abilities are. Armadillo magic is profoundly earth-based and grounded. It is ancient and profound and can be used when you are feeling off kilter or unsure. If you aren't clear on what to do next or have had a trauma or a shock, use armadillo magic to bring you stability and power. Okay, so again, call on armadillo whenever you need any of those amazing things. Now we're going to tune into this half of the reading over here. here. We're gonna start off with Meerkat and Sacred Abyss, okay, with the flamingos here. So Meerkat, you got Meerkat, which represents responsibility, right by the Be a Beacon. And there's a couple things I want to say about this. One, is it a responsibility to be a beacon? Yes, I can feel that. I can see that. I totally understand that. But two, I'm being told to remind you to once again be kind to yourself, okay? This is a responsibility that is one of a huge blessing, okay? This is such an amazing blessing. And if you don't want it, you don't want it, okay? But if you don't want it because you're scared of failing, or you're scared of not being enough, or you're scared of whatever, bestie, you can do this. You have the ability to do this. You have the ability to be a beacon, to be a light, to be a teacher, a guide, a spiritual coach, a spiritual mentor, a teacher, a doctor, a leader, a professional speaker, a best friend, a mother, a friend, a healer, whatever you are called to be, a healthy partner in a relationship. You've got this, okay? You have the knowledge, you have the knowing, and you have the ability to do this. As scary as it is, as terrifying as it is to have this responsibility, it is one you have been graciously given, and your guides are reminding you of that. And I'm going to hop over here to the Sacred Abyss, and then don't worry, I'll go back and read the card. But then you got the learning, okay? And this is all about learning new ways of experiencing. And this card also heavily talks about connecting to newer dimensions, new worlds, ascension. No coincidence, okay? But you got learning right by the access your gifts and learning about who you truly are. So if you're wanting to learn more about who you are, if you're wanting to learn more about what makes you excited, what brings you joy, continue to do so. This also heavily talks about literal learning, as in going back to school, going and getting an education in something you're passionate about, or just taking online courses. Don't hate on online courses, okay, bestie? They are great. YouTube courses are awesome. Looking into good YouTube videos about something you're interested in. That is what I did with this animal guide stuff, right? Like, this was something I was super interested in. I'm still super interested in, and I don't know a ton about. I could just be like, oh, I don't know anything about that, so I'm just not going to indulge that. I'm not going to even think of this as a gift of mine, is to connect with my animal guides. Nah, I don't know it right away, so it's not for me. Or I can be like, okay, I feel called to this. That must mean there's something there. And I go and I do the research. We get books that intrigue us, right? We look into YouTube videos that can teach us things. We can enroll in a course if you want to, or find one at a local center, whatever it looks like. But it's about not giving up if you don't know something right away. If you're trying to access your gifts and nothing just immediately shows itself to you, take a breather, take a breath, and ask your unicorn or your flamingo and say, hey, please show me what I am not seeing. And then just be open. If you get a feeling of, oh my gosh, that would be so fun, but that's not a gift, look into it. Who knows what it might be, okay? All right, Meerkat Magic. Meerkat magic is all about altruism and responsibility. Such small but fierce creatures watch out for each other and work as a community to educate and protect. Yes. Call upon the energy and magic of meerkats when you need help with yourself or someone else to hold their word or fulfill their responsibilities. Meerkat energy is also valuable in facilitating teams in difficult conditions. Yes, please. An incredibly helpful animal to use during those situations. Oh, these are not flamingos. These are literally, it's called Sacred Abyss. Why did I not realize that was an animal? We all learned something new, okay? We all learned something new. All right. The sacred abyss was a revered creature in ancient Egypt, representing Thoth, the god of wisdom and learning. So honored as a gift to Thoth, they were given full mummification and bred especially for this purpose. According to historical accounts from figures such as Aristotle and Strabo, abysses could be found in the streets of the cities, including Alexandria. Abyss magic inspires us to be curious and to learn more about the world. If we are students of any kind or wish to know a subject more deeply, we can call upon this energy. Thoth teaches us that while we can seek counseling from others, often our best and first port of call is actually ourselves. Say it again. The best port of call is actually ourselves. The best port of call is actually ourselves. Baby, you are enough. Who needs to hear it? You are enough. You are worthy. You are amazing. You are brilliant. We can learn from other people. Yes, please. We can learn and experience and take knowledge from other people. Yes, please. But you already are enough, okay? The knowledge is to help you grow further. The knowledge is to help you feel more confident. But the knowledge is not the definition of your worth, okay? Man, y'all are making my heartstrings pull. Okay, last card for you guys today is number 29, Loyalty, Red-Crowned Crane. Number 29, 9, 10, 11. So you got another number 11 there. I don't know if in numerology, if 11 shrinks or if 11 stays that number because it's such a powerful number. Someone tell me, okay? So this is the card all about loyalty and being loyal to one another. But bestie, I'm going to give you a full message from what I'm feeling, okay? It is the hardest thing, full transparency, to be loyal to yourself. Every year in January, we all get excited with all these new goals and ideas and aspirations and amazing things we want to go after and strive for, which is awesome. But we struggle with the loyalty to ourselves. We struggle with being there for ourselves. And then we feel let down and we feel disappointed, right? A lot of us have experienced that when it comes to New Year's resolutions. That's why I don't do them anymore. I focus more on like long-term goals I can achieve, right? The message I'm being told to tell you here is that you are being called, especially by your animal guides right now, to be loyal. Yes, be loyal to other people. Sure, we love that. Not saying it's a bad thing, but especially be loyal to yourself. Show up for yourself. Be there for yourself. Set boundaries for yourself. Set rules for yourself. Abide by them. Love them. Acknowledge them. Do what's best for you. Going back to your core center, right? Connecting with who you truly are and accepting who you truly are. Being kind to yourself. Resting. Being committed to something, whatever it looks like. But this is the energy of being loyal. But I really, really feel like this is the energy of being loyal to yourself. If you want to do something and you're like, oh, I would love to do that, but oh, I'm not going to tell anyone, or I'm not even going to try it because if I don't try it and then I fail, then I'm worthless. No, okay? If you try it and you don't stick to it, that's okay. Because you know what? You can recommit to yourself tomorrow. You can try again tomorrow. You can do something different today even, okay? I really do feel like loyalty is just so hard because it's not hard, but it's just so hard to be there for ourselves, right? It's hard to be loyal to ourselves. Being loyal to a friend, okay, sign me up. Being loyal to my significant other, sign me up. My mom, my dog, my cat, sure, sign me up. I'm ready to be there. But being loyal to myself, committing to myself, that's hard. That is hard. That is difficult. That is stressful. That causes me anxiety because I'm like, I don't know how to be there for myself, but you do, bestie. Okay, start small. What is something you would like to improve? If it is being kinder to yourself, start small and understand that if you mess up, it doesn't mean you failed. It just means that that was a little bit of a dip in the road. Think about it like a road trip, okay? You're going on a journey. You're going on a journey. If you hit a tiny road bump, it doesn't mean that your whole entire car fell apart into 1,000,001 pieces and now you're just stuck there forever and that's the end of your road trip, right? No, okay? It means that you're being kind to yourself. You're taking small steps towards yourself. You're being gentle towards yourself. And maybe you hit a road bump where you're really mad and you really don't like yourself and you are upset. And you know what? Maybe it's a big bump or maybe it's a freaking hill, but you keep going, okay? You keep driving, you keep trekking. Don't turn the car around and get upset and go backwards because then you have to drive all the way back and it's just so frustrating and you already have the reservation for the really cool Airbnb in the cabin, okay, whatever it looks like for you. But just be loyal to yourself and understand that loyalty does not mean that you don't mess up, right? Loyalty does not mean that you don't make mistakes now and then. Loyalty does not mean that you don't have hiccups, but it means that even when you have hiccups, even when it gets hard, even when you want to stop and throw in the towel and be like, I hate this, I'm tired, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, you show up for yourself because you know you deserve it. That's loyalty, my opinion. You don't have to take it, but to me, that's loyalty, okay? That's what I view as loyalty. Loyalty doesn't mean it's easy 24/7. Are you kidding me? Loyalty does not mean it's fun 24/7. Loyalty means that not despite, I don't like that word. Loyalty means that even though it can get hard, even though that sometimes it's uncomfortable, I'm going to show up because I deserve this. I deserve to be loyal to myself. And that is a true freaking gift and a true blessing, okay? Sorry for popping off on y'all real quick. Let's go ahead and see what the magical animal here is. Number 29. All right, crane. I live in Florida, as y'all know, and there's cranes everywhere, so I'm very intrigued. Crane magic is about loyalty and steadfastness. In this world of instant gratification and short attention span, perhaps this idea of loyalty is beginning to be a lost ideal. The graceful crane teaches us that remaining steadfast to those who deserve it is a positive ideal and something to treasure. You deserve it, okay? Thinking carefully about what our promises are and keeping our words means that we become people to be trusted by others and ourselves. Snap, 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 snaps. Yes, please. Okay, so again, you can write that down if you would like to and call on them when you need that extra boost of being loyal either to yourself or to another. That also goes hand in hand with using your words, right? Going back to like being a teacher, being kind, etc. Also being loyal to your word. If you say you're going to be somewhere, be there. If you say you're gonna do something, do it, right? Don't commit to something. This is like something that's so hard for me, and it's one of my biggest goals in 2022, or just not even just in 2022, but in life, is to only say yes if I truly mean it. Not say yes even though I don't want to do it. Not say yes begrudgingly. Not saying yes because I want to not hurt someone's feelings, and then I'm just gonna say I can't go because I'm sick, later. But but only saying yes if I mean yes. Not saying yes when I mean no. Not saying yes when I mean I don't know. Only saying yes if I mean yes, and fully committing to that, because again, that starts with loyalty. If you don't want to be somewhere, tell somebody that ahead of time. No one likes the last cancellation, people, okay? It is hard. It is frustrating. I feel like I've recently become someone who cancels last minute. And let me say, things happen. Literally, we just had a situation the other day that sucked so bad. I was supposed to be a mermaid for my niece's birthday party. This was not the other day. This was 2 weeks ago, but whatever. I was supposed to be a mermaid for my niece's birthday party, and then we had a COVID exposure and had a quarantine for over 10 days. That happened. I could not go, and it was a last minute situation. That sucked. Okay, that was not fun, not the vibe, not a good time, absolutely terrible. But not a COVID exposure. My fiance was showing symptoms. That was not the vibe and was not a good time. So things do happen, and I understand that. But not all the time, right? Don't constantly be the kind of person that's like, yeah, I'm going to be there. No, I'm not going to be there. Yeah, I'm going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'd love to. No, I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because then people are counting on you. Be someone who is reliable to your word. And again, being reliable to others also means being reliable to yourself. If you don't want to go hang out with someone, don't say yes and then cancel on them last minute. Just say no, right? And don't be afraid of saying no. I know that that's easier said than done, but you've got this, okay? So the last thing I'm going to do for you, pile number 3, is we're going to do a bit of a book divination. This is the same book I've been using before, The Key to Spirit Animals, and they have a section in the back all about different kinds of animals, their spirit animals, and their teaching. So we are going to do a little bit of a book divination and see which spiritual animal would like to work with you. This is just an additional little fun message for any other spirit animals that would like to work with you, any other spiritual guides or anything like that that would like to work with you, okay? What the heck is this? Why does this look so different than the other ones? Integration. Raven. Wait, I'm confused. I'm confusion. Okay. Did I go too far? Did I mess up? Okay, you know what? You got Raven, so we're going to go back and we're going to read Raven, okay? That's so right. Okay, anyways. Raven deepens awareness, connects worlds, assists in healing, and helps us to change, okay? Rich in mythology, Raven is a powerful bird that oversees change. Yes, please. I'm going to skip to the question for this one because I've already, you know. Raven remembers a time when humans and animals communicated freely. Do you? Yes. Breathe deeply and close your eyes. Invite Raven to reawaken your skills in the universal language. A master guide to recalling all that we have forgotten. It's literally sacred abyss. Raven helps us penetrate inner mysteries and recollect the hidden stories of who we really are. Yes, baby. Oh my goodness. Pile number 3, who we truly are, who we really are, connecting with the divine. Snaps. Love that for you. Love that for you. Okay. Pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope this resonated with you. I know that this is so different than my normal content, but I really thought it would be fun and a fun experience. And if you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, that's totally okay. I have a ton of regular tarot videos on my channel as well that you can check out if you're interested in that. But I do think that this was kind of fun. I actually very much enjoyed it, and thank you guys for being so flexible with me. If this did resonate, please leave a comment down below and let me know. I would love to talk with you and interact with you. Also, leaving a comment and subscribing to my channel makes a huge difference for me in my growth. So if you would like to contribute in that way, I would greatly appreciate it. I want to give you another reminder that I do have a Patreon. I am so excited to tell you guys. It is Liv's Light, just like my YouTube, just like my Insta. All of my social is Liv's Light. So this is where you can check out my Patreon if you are interested. You can also just scroll down below, click on my description, and it'll take you straight there. I wanted to also let you know that I do accept both tips and donations, which are never, ever, ever required, nor an expectation, just received with so much joy and so much gratitude, both at Venmo and PayPal. My PayPal is acting weird, so if you want to use PayPal, just scroll down to the description and click on the link, and it'll take you right there. Thank you so much to everyone who has left me a tip or donation. It means the world to me, and I'm so genuinely, oh my God, I'm so grateful for you guys. You don't even know. Okay, thank you so much. Again, as of right now, private readings are closed until told otherwise, from me. Like, I will tell you otherwise, okay? I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. Always remember to show others love, show your light and shine so bright, and I will see you, cutie patooties, for my next video. Bye!